Oh no, I'm in Central Time.
Central. So
We are
you're an
live.
hour. We're live.
Yeah, we're live. I'm Central Time in St. Louis, so yeah, I'm an hour behind you.
An hour, right? Because I think Brandon Hazer is also. But man, what are some of the subjects? Catfish, noodling, airports,
Uh,
uh,
I don't know.
Supermax.
We're just gonna go ahead and let this go wherever it goes. I mean, for a couple hours and maybe less than that because I got to get up early too. But yeah, back on the subject of fishing, I'll be out there in the Mississippi River, and the biggest fish I ever caught was a 47-pound blue. And that fight lasted 4 hours.
Holy cow.
Yeah, 4 hour fight. And that's letting that fish wear itself out, towing that freaking boat up and down the river.
How big of a boat were you in?
18-foot John boat.
Okay.
Wow, man.
Brought that fish in, it filled the boat.
Holy cow. Did you eat it?
Oh, you're darn right. We managed to take that thing home and keep it alive all the way back to my buddy's house. He's got a live tank that's huge. What we do is we take the fish we catch out of the river and we throw them in this live tank. It's got a massive charcoal filter on it, keeps the water clean, and it lets that fish filter itself out. So after a week, that fish doesn't have that muddy, nasty taste to it. It tastes really good after you do that.
Huh, I never heard of that, man. That makes sense.
When you live, we got some really polluted rivers out here. So yeah, we learned how to do that at a real young age. Well, he wanted to go out and he wanted to try to get himself some channel cat the next day. I said, all right, let's go get some channel cat. Well, we're right back out in the same little stretch of the Mississippi River, right down below the power plant. And I'll be damned if he didn't catch a 49-pound blue.
Wow.
Another fill-the-boat fish. A 5.5-hour fight trying to get that bad boy in.
Wow, man, that's fishing right there. That's like a safari, the safari of fishing. You know, the fish I caught at the reservoir, they were probably not even as big as they should have been.
Uh-oh.
It's probably 12 inches.
Yeah, I mostly
long.
do.
I think it was a spotter, but the reservoir is, yeah, that's there. But the reservoir is pristine because it's a New York City water supply.
Yeah,
and the creek flowing into it is protected, so it's definitely like they have pretty good drinking water in New York City. That's the story of this reservoir was that, there's a documentary about it, the Shokan Reservoir in New York State, Ulster County, that they cleared out the towns in, I think, the mid 1800s or in the 1900s, and they just kicked out a couple of towns and sunk the flooded, and people said about it. It's a whole documentary on it. It's nice, it's beautiful, but when it gets low enough in the drought, you can see the old stone foundations from the houses. They had to move whole graveyards and cemeteries, relocate the bodies and everything.
Folsom Lake, they dammed that up, and there used to be a whole town there with like 10,000 people. And when it dried up the most, it's been in I don't know how long. I've never seen it that way. People were out there getting artifacts and looking at the foundations and taking pictures of it and everything. I never even knew there was a city underneath there until it happened. That was like 2 years ago. Like,
if
what?
if you go to Lake of the Ozarks, man, you'll find 7 or 8 towns, bridges, cars, trucks, I don't know why they didn't move this one cemetery, but it's still there. All the headstones are still there and everything. It's like, why didn't you move that? And if you got a good, if you got a real good sonar for a fish finder, like my buddy's got on his bass boat, you could see all of it plain as day, and it's like, holy shit! That bridge.
Did they do it to for a reservoir, or it was like a quarry or something, or?
No, it's a reservoir.
So they flooded it.
They flooded it. They built a dam and flooded it. For it's a water reservoir and a hydroelectric plant. And you talk about fish. There's a lot of fish in there. A lot of big fish in there. The problem is they're extremely hard to find. If you want to go fish deep water, that's pretty good deep water. But you're not going to catch a lot of stuff deep water. You're going to catch pretty much everything in the summertime. You're going to catch that stuff shallow up in the coves.
Where's that at?
Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Lake in Kentucky's the same way.
You're pretty close to the Ozarks?
Ozarks is what? A 5-hour drive from where we're at?
Wow, man. I always wanted to see them.
Depending on where you're going, go out 54 to get to the dam, Osage Beach, about 3.5 hours, or you can get to Camdenton in about 4.
Oh, we're closer than I thought. Debbie said we could hit the dam in 3.5 hours, or we can go out to Camdenton in like 4.
Wow.
Jason, I grew up at Lake of the Ozarks. You can get from Manchester to Lake of the Ozarks in 4.5.
Yeah, Debbie used to go down there all the time.
That's
Basically grew up down there.
We had a cabin down there.
Cool, man.
I grew up down there.
Hey, Stone, turn off your camera. I wonder why I was getting robot voices.
I don't think it was on, but my ear hit something. Let me see what's going on here. How's that? You guys reading me?
Yeah, I didn't even know they had the camera on.
I got a black
coming
screen.
through?
I don't have the icon.
Huh. Let me see here.
There we go.
So,
Anything different?
Yeah, now we got your icon.
So we were talking, I was mentioning earlier about, I don't understand the people in Florida in those areas swimming with alligators and piranhas and all that. So when I got married, we went on our honeymoon to Kauai. And so we went and we grabbed the underwater camera, and we went and first thing did, and we got the snorkel, the mask, and the fins, and we're gonna, go out to the cove and take pictures of the reef and everything, right? Yeah. Rented it for a week. We went out there, and both of us. Boy, I tell you, I lasted about 10 minutes in there. I think the camera was just click, 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 click until it was out of film. And I was like out of there, dude. I was like so paranoid of sharks. I couldn't even, it was horrible. So we get done and we're driving back into town, and I'm driving by the place that we rented the stuff from. And I pulled in there and I threw all the crap on the counter. And the guy goes, no, you guys rented it for a week. And I go, no, we're good. I'm not asking for a refund, dude. I just don't want to come back at the end of the week and return it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. There you go. I ain't going back. I ain't doing it again, man. No freaking way, dude. I mean, I used to live in Lake Tahoe, as you guys know, and they had this whole story about the Tahoe monster, right? Like some big prehistoric fish or something in there. And I used to love snorkeling along the coast and, the minnows and the crawdads and stuff. Boy, when that story came out, I couldn't even snorkel in the lake. I was like,
Something's rubbing up against your leg, you know.
oh man,
It's scary.
Well, I tell you, these people that could just go and there's like alligators in the water, like they can't even see the water. Forget it. I moved here to Sacramento, and they're like, "Hey, let's go up to Folsom Lake." Oh yeah, I love going to the lake. I get there and it's like I get up to my ankle and I can't see my foot, and I'm like, "You guys swim in this shit? No way, no way, no." It's a freaking lake, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going in.
Yeah. I wouldn't get
That's
in it.
bad. If you can't see your foot, that's bad. Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
These families and the kids are swimming and they're like, "Oh, there's an alligator over there. No problem. I'll just throw a rock and scare it." Like, really? Come on, man. Get your kids out of the water, you guys.
Yeah, you know, maybe if a chastity belt or something would be a little safer to swim around with when it comes to fish like that, lake monsters and stuff.
Right? Well, I don't know. Were we on a live stream when you talked about your leech, Jason? Or was that behind? It was on the Google Hangout.
That was behind the scene.
Okay, because that story, dude, I'm okay with listening to that again because that is a butt guster right there.
What'd you do?
I don't even know if I can tell the story the same damn way again.
I could understand if you don't want to tell it because I had an experience with a tick that I don't want to get into.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out why in the hell it thought that was a good place to freaking latch on to me. It's like, God.
Oh, no.
We'll just put it this way. We renamed it blood-sucking leeches to cum-sucking leeches.
You know, since we're on talking about cryptids, you brought out that lake monster, Cowboy.
Yeah.
You know, you can, you know, on you guys' channels that you have, there's all these subjects that we talk about that to most people are like, you know, bizarre or just off the charts. But I want to bring one up that might be even off the charts to some listeners of your channel, and it's Sasquatch.
Well, I love Sasquatch.
Yeah, I've been into cryptids for a while, man, and I think I briefly might have even mentioned this real quick a while ago that I've never seen anything with my own eyes, but I had 2, maybe even 3 experiences where all the signs were there. And it goes like this, like about maybe 5 years ago, I was hiking up in a ravine in Catskill Mountains here where I always go. And there's 3 ravines off this creek, and there's even nobody in the creek, you know, because people go to the swimming spots and the holes during the summer. And I was walking up the creek, and I start going up this ravine, and it takes you like 45 minutes. You're climbing rocks. There's little pools of water, you know, maybe a couple of feet deep. Not big enough to swim in, but there's areas that it's wide enough to where it's bright light, and there's some areas where it's a little shadier, and you're going up, there's little waterfalls. It's really nice. And you get up to a waterfall that you can't climb up anymore. It's probably like 30 feet. And, you know, I always just turn back around, and I started going down and pretty much out, and maybe a couple hundred feet down the ravine, it's a nice day, you know, and I start feeling like ill, like something just making me weak or something. Then I start feeling like real fearful from out of nowhere. And so I'm like, all right, I have to sit down for a minute before I continue down another 20 minutes to the creek. Cause you know, you're jumping down big rocks and I don't want to feel like that while I'm, you know, going from rock to rock down this steep ravine. So I'm sitting there, and from out of nowhere, now it's dead silent because I know I'm alone there. You know, when you're in the woods long enough, you can smell somebody coming. You can hear people usually travel in groups. You can hear them in the distance talking, and there's no trails on either side. And and there's a big sploosh in the little pool of water behind me. Just, nothing, like it didn't roll off. I didn't hear something crumbling down. Just a splash and another quick splash. Like when you throw a big rock in something, there's like two splashes from the water closing back up. And I saw the water splashed around, and so I turn around, it's probably 15 feet away, and I walk up to it, the little pool, and there's a football-sized black stone about 2 feet under the water, and it wasn't like the other rocks, and there's a huge splash right there, And then I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna leave this area quickly. I'm like feeling still like weird and stuff, and I didn't really think too much of it at the time because I had heard of, Sasquatch stories here and there, but I always thought it was like the West Coast phenomenon. And so from that point, 4 or 5 years ago till now, I got into listening to all these podcasts about people's experience, and not just like on TV. You have these shows with sound, they take sound bites, and a lot of them are kind of ridiculous since they're on TV, And I guess some of them are good. I just don't know of any.
Just some random tree falling over for no reason.
Yeah,
while
right.
They're staring into a night vision camera.
Yeah, there's a big pack of dudes like going out to find a Bigfoot and making all kinds of noise, and they're pretty ridiculous. I don't have cable, but I've seen a couple of them here and there. And compared to the stuff on YouTube and online, it almost makes it seem like a joke because there's thousands and thousands of people that have seen these, and they're in every state, come to find out, because I got into it after that. And one of their the things that they do are throwing rocks to get people out of their area. And another thing that they are known to have is some kind of infrasound where they can hit you with a low frequency vibration that you don't hear, but you feel it, and they can convey, a fearful thing somehow to you that makes you, without even seeing them or hearing them, that makes you want to leave. And that's what I experienced before I even ever heard of those stories about the rock throwing and the infrasound. And infrasound, something crocodiles do, I guess, and lions, they'll use it to stun their prey temporarily, and elephants can communicate with it. And, these creatures are in every state except Hawaii. From my few years of experience here, like learning about people's stories, listening to people's stories, and the people are from all walks of life. There's police, there's national park workers, you'll hear judges, everybody, man, hunters, any career, any, females, males. And there's so many stories out there. I come to find out that I think it's a real animal. And the way that I think about it is the mountain gorilla before the late 1800s wasn't a known animal. So if you had seen one, people wouldn't believe you unless you're in some local village or something where they know they're real. To the Western world, the mountain gorilla wasn't an animal known to science, and that was only in the late 1800s. And it could be. I like to believe they're an animal, and they're definitely like physical creatures. But there's the woo factor in Sasquatch, cryptozoology people that hear about this stuff. There is a small percentage that there's orbs associated with them, and there's almost no legitimate people that I see really that really can say a lot as experience-wise about the stories that you hear and stuff. Stories that I've heard about them kind of being interdimensional, but there is kind of like a weird factor. I kind of attribute it to like if you don't know what this animal is capable of, something that it does could seem like magic or something. Like it moves so quietly through the woods, and it has abilities that you really don't know about. And I think that could be a physical creature,
I'm kind of go back and forth on a real creature or dimensional type creature. But the one thing I do know is that there's something there to that. If you look at the native Indians, they've been talking about it since the beginning. And this isn't
Oh
something
yeah,
new.
every tribe has a.
Yeah. So there's something to this thing, and there's a lot of skepticism on it. Well, how come one's never been hit by a car? Why are there no remains? Well, it's hard enough to even see them. You think that they're going to get hit by a car? I mean,
yeah, right.
and,
I know, right?
Look, I mean, where they're at usually. I mean, 90% of the time, some people say they've seen them crossing like a 2-lane freeway or highway in the woods, but still, you're going what, 40 miles an hour on those roads, maybe. But if you're off road, you're not going that fast off road. So,
right.
I mean, how many people hit deers on those roads, right? You're going too slow to even hit a deer there.
Well, the thing is, Bigfoot's smart enough to stay out of sight and stay out of the way, let you pass. That way he knows the danger or she knows the danger's gone by. Deer, they just stand there and look at your headlight right in the middle of the road, and you don't see them until you're already on top of them because your vehicle is dirty for being on all the dirt roads.
Right. And deer, and deer's natural instinct with something like that is to stand still and like analyze the situation before they take off. I don't know. So there's some things that people bring up, but that doesn't make sense to me is why they're saying they're not existent. But I mean, look at the footprints they find. And
I found a trackway in the snow.
It's crazy. I mean, there's so much evidence out there that people accumulated that there's something there. Like I used to always think, well, all these stories about aliens, and people can't have all these stories about being abducted if like possibly there's not something out there. Well, that was before, I was awake and realized, well, all aliens really actually are demonic beings. And
yeah, man, there's so much stuff that points to that. So much stuff that points to that.
Right, but so that's why I'm kind of more leaning towards the Bigfoot being more of something interdimensional than some just hairy animal in the woods. To me they're too intellectual. For
yeah,
that.
I think they're definitely intelligent. But my other guess, if they weren't just straight up, biological creature, my other guess would be maybe some kind of Nephilim left over, because that's that's the theory that kind of fits into what I believe anyway. So I mean, it sounds convenient, but it's also, I think, kind of logical. Like it could be some kind of watchers. I mean, they're in every country on Earth. They're definitely like they would have beaten us out if evolution was true. They would have beaten us out. Why did we win? They're much more physically adept. 10, 12 feet tall, 6, 7, 8 feet tall. People see them heights up to 12 or 13 feet tall, and that's enormous.
Yeah, the stories out of Pakistan have got them anywhere from 11 to 14 feet tall. And it's actually written down in several different cultures that the earth swallowed the giants. Well, now the earth is spitting them back up. And that's
could be, man. Yeah, the Kandahar giant. I heard a couple.
Yeah, that's what this one person from Pakistan said to an Army Ranger that was out fighting in Afghanistan out in the hills, because his squad came across one trying to find a team of 7 that disappeared.
Yeah, yep, I've heard that, the Kandahar giant. I heard that story.
Yeah,
a few people there's involved in that.
I think the most interesting one I've seen so far, as far as like TV shows go, because I agree, like Finding Bigfoot, that to me is just a comedy show, but the one I saw was where there were paranormal / Sasquatch hunters, and they're more into their interdimensional, and so they would do their paranormal research coinciding with Sasquatch hunting. And every time there was like anything where possibly there was one around, they would have orbs and all sorts of different paranormal things along with it. So that to me was a little bit more interesting to watch, although take it for a grain of salt. It's on TV, and you know that they got to make things look good to keep the show going. You know,
Yeah. But you know, there's so many stories that are out there. I'm sure a lot of the stories on TV are not just like complete fabrications. You know, a lot of it makes it to TV too. It's just the sensationalized nature of a TV show kind of puts it into a box with a lot of people, as far as whether or not it could be like a real animal or something. You know.
Right.
But no, I'm sure a lot of those stories are legit, man. A lot of those guys are Sasquatch researchers, and there's a lot of them online. But I think with the researchers, you know, I find I'm just trying to listen to more stories than what researchers have to say, because I've heard thousands of them by now, podcasts, and I've literally heard grown men just start to break out and cry because they're recounting their experience. And it was a bad experience. Some of them are bad. Most of them are middle of the road. But, you know, it's not some fuzzy forest creature that I don't hear any stories like that. Like, it's like, oh, we, you know, hung out with it and it was cool. Like in Harry and Henderson, it's like,
yeah,
that's not going to happen.
The other thing too that I find
I wonder when that was going to get brought up.
They always do the
Got
show.
some big hairy monster taking your trophy off the wall and going out and giving it a proper burial.
Right? That was a funny show. But like Finding Bigfoot, right? In these shows, they always go out in the middle of the night. And that's why I was asking earlier. So you saw what you felt in the rock throwing, because that's part of it, is the throwing the rocks. That was during the day, right? Was that like daylight?
Yeah, man. And that was probably like 4 p.m. maybe 4:30.
So most of all the stories that you hear of even on Finding Bigfoot, even on that show, when they go to the town hall and they get the stories, nobody's talking about seeing the darn thing in the middle of the night. They all say, I was out early morning getting berries. It was getting dusk, and I seen it. It's always like in the morning,
or they're fishing. It's in the morning and they're out fishing. And
but
instead of paying attention to that fish they got on their pole that's getting drug out in the water, they're sitting there taking a video of something that could be just another person going to go fish in another spot, or it could be a Sasquatch. But the thing I've noticed with all of these videos is they're so blurry. Every one of them.
Yeah, they're blurry. I think Sasquatch himself is actually blurry. And that's why
the trees around him, the entire environment around him, is like blurry as all get out. It's like the camera's focusing on a speck of dust or a fly that's somewhere in between, and not focusing on what you're actually taking a picture of. It's like, come on, guys. My junk camera's got a better phone than that. I can sit there and take pictures of triple rainbows, which I've done before. I've actually seen one of them. They do exist. They are extremely rare. I'll never see another one. But come on. How big of a piece of junk camera do you have? You've got an iPhone 8. I see you sitting there playing with it.
And everybody's got one too.
You cannot tell me that phone's got that crappy of a camera. If that's the case, I'm not buying one.
That could go right back to what Stone was saying earlier about them putting out the vibes. Maybe they could put out a frequency or something. I mean,
I bet they can, man. You know, I bet they can. The people. Oh, go ahead.
The pattern of the camera. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there that, like, I agree with you. Like, how could you like, you know, not take a decent picture? But maybe there's something to that where, you know, I watched a lot of paranormal shows, and, you know, a lot of times, man, their cameras get screwed up. I mean, that happens. That's not just something that's made up. I mean, when you're talking frequency, you know, and things like that, it'd be very hard if they're able to disrupt that picture. I'm just saying that could be one of the reasons.
Yeah, I think so, man.
On the flip side, I've watched some of these videos, and it's like, what on earth am I seeing? I mean, this is the grainiest, crappiest picture on earth, and then all of a sudden, boom! There's this thing walking across the screen. You can tell it's there. It's crystal freaking clear. And then it just walks through a wall. It's like, where'd it go? Then you see it walking back through the other side of this other, you know, this little kiosk coming right back through the other side. And it actually looks like the rest of the picture. Grainy. It's like, okay, that's freaky. That's odd. It's usually the other way around.
Weird, man. Right?
Yeah,
Well,
there's
you
a
know,
lot
the
of weird-
Patterson-Gimlin footage is, I think it's pretty much at this point proven to be real. You know, the famous one from
what, the
the
60s.
60s, late 60s or something. Yeah. And they have updated, like, you know, footage of it it's been remastered and stuff. But there's another one. I don't know if you guys should check this out sometime. It's called the Independence Day Bigfoot. And it's probably the second best or maybe even first that I've ever seen. And there's people that do breakdowns of it where they zoom in. And it's during the day. And it was filmed by this guy on an ATV. And so you can find it on YouTube.
Pull it up,
It's just
Jason.
a few minutes long. And he's carrying a baby. This thing's carrying a small Sasquatch. You can see the facial expressions on it. And it even kisses the infant. It's like, it's right there, man. It's even bigger. I think it's even clearer than the Patterson-Gimlin film.
Wow.
There's a few of them, you know, but there's probably a lot that are, there might, you know, I'm sure there's some that are hoaxes, but they always do ratio measurements on the elbows because the arms are 10%, or I think 10 or 20, I forgot, percent longer than a human arm, which means the elbow bends down closer. And you got to gauge it by that because, like, if you put a human in a monkey suit, they can't bend their elbow in a certain place. You know, that elbow bends as in regards to like human proportions. And some of the films, Independence Day Bigfoot or Sasquatch. I think it's Bigfoot.
Yeah, I saw another one where there was actually pretty good footage of the guy, and it was like it was like up in a tree or something, or near a tree, and you just could see the face through it. But it was pretty. You could see pretty good detail on it.
Oh, was that the one that was like real clear? And it was that guy that people might have thought, I can't think of his name. They thought he was maybe a hoaxer because it was so clear.
Yeah. But
and you see the eyebrow twitch, like the eyebrow moves. I can't think of that guy's name, but it looked like an Ewok. Is that the one?
I don't know. It's the guy that he goes up to a certain mountain every year. And I think he put like an apple up and a camera on the apple, and then he came back and the camera was ripped off the tree and the apple was gone. Same guy. He does a lot of it. Yeah, but people have like got on him before saying he was a hoaxer.
Yeah, that I think that's the guy I'm talking about, but it was mostly because it was so clear. They thought that he had hoaxed it. So it could be, you know, if that was real, man.
There are so many clips on here about this.
There's the white Pennsylvania Bigfoot, too. That's another one for later reference, Jason.
Bigfoot evidence got like 1.6 million views, and then underneath that, it's all revisited, breakdowns, all kinds, debunks. Oh my!
Yeah, I don't know which one exactly.
There's a lot of people that spend a lot of time.
Oh yeah, man.
Debunking the thing and viewing it. This one's like a minute and 54 seconds long.
Jason,
I gotta mute it.
Jason, can you put the link on the side of the main chat? Somebody wants to join us, and it's going to be a surprise for you.
What in hang on. Now I got the video.
Just so you guys know, if you lose me, my battery died.
Uh-oh. Is that what I just heard?
Well, I think I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here. All right, there it is. It's in the side chat.
All right. Super excited.
I'm going to go ahead and play the whole video of this. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Let me pull up. screen. I'm going to share the entire window.
I'll tell you my second one real quick while we got some dead air there. I was walking in a different area and dead silent, no wind, and a tree probably about 9 or 10 feet tall, dead tree, and maybe 11 inches wide. I just heard a crack and it just fell down and it was dead. But if you hear a dead tree fall, you know, you're not going to hear a real loud report like that, you know? And I thought that was quite odd. Never saw anything.
Am I here?
But
Yeah, you're here.
Am I here?
We got Fizzy
Whoop,
Pop.
whoop.
hey, Fizzy Pop.
Hey,
Oh,
Fizz.
it's been a while.
Yes, it has.
What are we looking
How's
at?
it going? It's Stonebender.
Hey.
We're looking at Sasquatch images and video.
Oh, I got a story for you after that. That's why I wanted to come on.
What in
You're not sharing yet. There,
that is too clear. Really?
There's this guy Thinker Thunker that does really good video breakdown. He's like some kind of video guy. And he's got a whole list of man, really convincing clips, man.
Oh my gosh. It's got a baby with it.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't the guy we were talking about earlier, right? Stone is a different guy.
Actually, I don't think I can actually see it here on my phone, but I have seen that before.
Kind of blurry on my end. I don't know why.
Look at its face. It's got
Yeah, I
like a
know.
human face. Oh, that's gross. Sorry, I don't like that.
Is that the one with the baby?
The
It's holding the
baby.
baby and it's kind of
Yeah.
skittering behind some rocks.
Yeah, it's behind the big boulder. You play that again for me? I had my stupid thing paused.
I know there's this one channel, they zoom in on that and you can see the face moving around.
What does the face
there's-
look like close up? Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
And you say you saw one in the Catskills?
I never saw one, but I had rock thrown at me,
Oh my god.
probably about the size of a football, and it landed behind me.
Yeah,
And
that
then
that tone you were talking about, they use that in haunted
Oh, go ahead.
houses too, to freak people out a little bit. Like it gives you this uneasy feeling. Yeah.
yeah, and that
I didn't know they
right
could
right
do
before that. Yeah, right before that, that's what I kind of experienced.
Ooh.
Maybe
All
10,
right, so
20
how
seconds
come
before that. Well, they're supposed to be in every state in the union, so
Well, they
Yeah,
can
you know-
just
No matter
get
what,
by you
you're,
guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. So here's what I want to ask Stonebender. Do you remember the guy that went skiing up in the Catskills and then just disappeared? And then a few days later, they found him in California?
They found him here in
wow,
Sacramento.
no.
Yeah, they
you
found him.
never heard? Yeah, he
No,
just
when
like
was that?
it was, I think it was like in February, maybe January, February, and they found him in California. He was still wearing all his ski clothes, and he couldn't remember how he got there. He just like reappeared. So I was looking at this thing, right, and there's all these portals across New York State, and we actually have one in my town.
Huh, wow. No, I
in
never heard
Thompson
that.
Park. I call it a Mandela portal because I don't know what else to call it. But okay, like people go
That's a
into this
good
thing,
thing to
right?
call it.
Yeah, it's a good thing to call it.
He showed up here in Sacramento where I live, and
Yeah.
versus Sacramento, there's no snow, and he had all of the snow gear and everything on.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And he was alive.
Yeah.
He was alive?
Yeah,
He wasn't
Wow.
injured. He wasn't dehydrated. He wasn't anything.
But it wasn't
the-
enough time for him to get across the states, though, right? It wasn't. How long was he missing for? It was like
I don't remember, but
No, I never
yeah,
heard that.
it was a really weird story. I'll have to find a link for you guys. But anyways, there's
strange
also
world.
Something like 2
portals
days.
around.
It was something like 2 days
right.
Yeah,
You
good
can't.
Days.
or something like that.
You can't drive across the country in 2 days like that.
Yeah, and he would have changed his clothes at some point. I mean, who wants to be in California in like a snowsuit? He had ski
Well, right.
boots.
And there was also no reports of him anywhere along the 2 routes to get here, because there's 2 routes, main routes, of him stopping and getting anything to eat or drink in a snow outfit. Or yeah, nothing.
Where do you know, Fizzy Pop? Do you know exactly where? Because I want to avoid that mountain.
No,
Oh,
I want to
wait.
investigate it. I want to
No, you-
investigate it.
You and Fizzy can pop in that thing and come and visit me.
Oh
No,
yeah, we could just
Yeah. The one we have is different though, because like people go in this thing and they just like lose time. It's really hard to explain because I've never been in it, but I want to go see if we can find it. That'd be awesome.
make sure you have a lot of
But-
time on your hands when you go,
Oh, I know.
just in
The
case.
longest
You know.
The
lose some
longest
time.
someone's disappeared is 80 minutes. And they say they
Wow.
go in there and it's just like everything is stopped and everything has like a yellowish tint to it. But for them, no time has passed. It's just like a split second and then they're back. But for other people, they're gone for like up to 80 minutes. It's what the longest that's been reported. It's nuts.
Wow, that's crazy. There's a lot of weird
So-
megaliths and stuff in New York State. I know that.
Mm-hmm. It's weird.
There was a ranger up in New York. Disappeared 40 years ago. His horse went back to the ranger station, but he didn't. Well,
Mhm.
everybody assumed he quit because the pay for being a park ranger wasn't that great back then. In fact, the milkman made more money. Well, 40 years later, this ranger shows up in this brand new, clean looking suit, but it dated 40 years ago. It turned out to be that missing ranger. He disappeared for 40 years and came back, did not look a day older.
Where was this at?
Somewhere in New York.
I know we're full of portals. I know we are.
You know,
We're gonna
the thing-
find one.
The thing with portals, though, is that usually portals are for, the demonic entities, the fallen angels and so forth. Is not. I've never heard of portals where like we would be able to go through them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's changing as we get, progress here. Like maybe things are.
Yeah.
Well, if
Yeah,
he
it is.
got
Ramp it
one
up.
of those time portals, then he wouldn't have aged at all. So
Well, actually, you know what?
That ranger didn't age a minute.
yeah.
Mike has brought up actually something, I guess, that kind of shoots down that is the Bermuda Triangle. That planes go through that and everything disappears. So, but
Yeah.
but they don't pop up like again. They just disappear. That's the thing with that.
They're gone.
animal. Yeah.
Gone.
Maybe they will reappear someday, all at once. Bunch of planes landing with people with.
Oh, wasn't
Antique
that a
clothes.
TV show? Where all the people that got abducted and they all came back? Do you
Well,
remember
that's
that
just
show?
there's a new one. See, this is again, Jason, what we were talking about earlier, like recycling. There's a new TV show coming out where these people went on a plane and they were missing for 5 years, but to them on the plane, they were like, "What are you talking about? We just did a flight and landed. What are you
Mhm.
talking about? We've been here
Yeah.
for 5 years." But I know that's been done before. A show before on. I know it. I remember that. But yeah, they're.
I expect Amelia Earhart to land in St. Louis at any time.
I thought they found her remains in this reality.
Yeah.
I
think
thought
they-
I heard something
It-
recently about that. But who knows?
It wasn't that long ago.
Who knows? I hope she reappears.
It
I love
wasn't that
Amelia Earhart.
long. The thing is, nobody really knows if it's her or not. They think they
That's
found a
true.
plane, but they don't know if it's her plane. Then they figured out it was her plane, and then they figured out no, it couldn't be her plane because The wing struts weren't right. Then they're trying to figure out whose plane it is. They're scratching their heads. It's like they can't make up their minds. So they got to keep recycling the story and put a new twist on it every 3 or 4 months or so they can keep selling newspapers because, let's face it, there's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, that's probably more like it, Jason. You know how they somebody's making money on Amelia Earhart mystery.
And then it's like, the water on Mars thing. I mean, this thing's been going on for a decade.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
We have these dark streaks on Mars. We think that's water, therefore we're not going to get our rovers anywhere near it. But at the same time, the rover's like within a kilometer of it, and it's like, okay, if there's any bacteria in that rover during the storm that's coming up, which it's in right now, okay, you just contaminated Mars, so now there's life on Mars because they all came off that rover. You want to find life on Mars? Look at the rovers. They're covered in it. We sent it there. We just seeded a planet.
Oh.
Did we mean to? I don't know. But we did. We sent life to Mars.
No, we didn't, Jason. We never been to space.
No. They didn't decontaminate the Mars rovers properly. They sent them things up there covered in bacteria.
Those things were covered
They
in
were
duct
working
tape.
on them. They're built out of duct tape.
So
Yeah, man. Hopefully it's root beer instead of water.
if we did
Would that be
actually go to
amazing?
Mars, it would just be like a huge disease because of all the bacteria on the vehicle.
It would be like intelligent life coming out of astronauts' bacteria.
Gross.
Yeah, they found
Eventually.
bacteria on the outside of the space station. It's like, okay, that probably came from Earth. Let's not get excited yet. And yeah, that
probably
the
goes,
Saturn's moon Titan is a freaking huge ass geyser. It's got huge geysers, liquid water. Yep, I'm betting there's life there too. Hey, party puppy, got salted cedar. We've got the Nyakus. We've got candy cupcakes. I'm scrolling back through. I'm gonna try to find everybody that popped in and out. I remember seeing Paula Johnstone was in here. E-Man popped in and out. Might still be watching somewhere in the
E-Man.
background.
E-Man. What's going on, man?
I'm scrolling back through, guys. If I hit my little thing that says who's here, it's going to tell me nothing. It lies. It lies.
I think I saw Jason McFall in the chat.
Yeah, who's that?
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, they took away the crown. It's no longer. I'm not wearing a crown anymore. Now I'm just this big yellow box.
Right?
It's like the pancake version of Big Bird, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. Yep,
But at least-
everybody's sporting wrenches except for me. I'm just this big yellow box. And on the panel today, we've got Cowboy, we've got Stonebender, and Fizzy is in the house.
She likes the fizzy pop. I don't even know how to make that noise. I've tried.
Now, have you guys seen all those little videos they do with shows people going in and out of the portals, where they just show up at like in the middle of the freeway or disappear right in the middle of the freeway and things like that? I saw a whole video.
Yeah, I've seen one of them. I've seen
A
one
lot
of
of those seem
them.
to come out of China or something, right? One of those porthole
Yeah, well, it's like all over
dashboard
the-
cam.
I seen this one video and it came out of Japan, and I got to tell you, this video is horrific. It is absolutely positively horrific due to what happened. This lady's walking across the street, not paying attention to this bus, locks up its brakes, starts skidding, and right when the bus is going to hit her, she just up and evaporates, and the bus wrecks, wipes out, takes out like 7 cars. But yeah, this girl just up and evaporated right in front of this bus right before she was getting ready to get clobbered.
Yeah, I think the same video had the Chinese guy, it was in China on the bicycle, and as soon as the car was about to hit him and cross street, he like disappeared and popped up on the other side of the street.
It's a
As the car
strange
was-
world, man.
Yeah.
But do you actually see a portal, or do you just see them like reappear?
It
Out of thin air.
they just disappeared and reappeared just like that, and you can see the video, the timeline of the video going. So you don't see a cut in the video. Now, I know there's people that can make things, you know, everybody's always ready to do hoax on everything, you know, and I'm sure a majority of them are, but too many of them, too much. I mean, too much that we know nowadays that, you know, I could see it happening. Just weird things happening.
Yeah,
Weird
man.
things.
I think it's ramping up.
Look at what happened just in this week alone. You've got Japan, who had the highest record temperature in history. This is just this week. This week, right? Or over the last 5 or 6 days. So, Japan, highest record in history. Also, a flood in Japan that they haven't had that big in over 35 years. You have Sweden, who has the highest heat wave they've had ever in their history, and the largest wildfires that they've ever had in history going on right now. You have UK, which is having the biggest drought for a month ever in their history. Ireland, who is having the hottest heat wave they've ever had in history, right? You have Canada, which is going through one of their biggest heat waves they've ever had going on right now. Major flooding throughout the world going on at the same time. All this week that's going on. Greece, thank you, Nikis. I knew that we missed. Greece's fire is the biggest fire they've had in a century. And if you look at that fire, I was showing my son, it looks just like the one we've had in Yuba City. The trees are fine, but the cars are all pretty much destroyed. Again, you know, that microwave energy where, you know, if you put a piece of wood in your microwave, it's not going to catch on fire. It will take a while, but you put a piece of metal in, that thing sparks up. So they're using something out there.
I
And
knew
you
that
got-
with CDs.
Sure, man. That goes along with a
This
lot of
is all
stuff
this
I've heard
week.
about with this trickle down technology.
Yeah.
And then you got the whole thing going on the 27th with the lining of the planets and the blood moon going on. I mean,
We should have a party and watch it.
what was that?
We should have a party and watch the planets. I'm sure it's live on NASA's. We could just kind of all watch it
Yeah.
together because I can't see anything. Isn't it just like
If we can get like somebody like Digi on, he can go out and film it.
yeah?
Yeah,
He can-
really. He can see it. He can see
Yeah.
that eclipse real good where he's at.
So
Hey,
I'm just saying, like,
Fizzy Pop,
I've
what
got
was your
too many trees.
Bigfoot story?
Hmm?
Did you have a Sasquatch story?
No, I
Or did
just
I
got
mishear
portal
that?
stories.
Oh, the portal story. Okay, I could have swore I heard something else.
No, I want to go see it, but I'm afraid to go by myself. So, I'm gonna borrow your camera, and then I'll just kind of push you around and see if you land in it, and then I can record.
and faces ahead of me at all times, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna film you just disappear for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be right here when you get back. In the meantime, I'm gonna eat up all the snack foods we brought along.
Okay.
Teresa Lynch just popped in.
Hey, Teresa. Yeah, but I just looking at that and I was just like, that is like so much record-breaking things going around across this world this week, the same week that the planets are lining up and everything. And like I was telling Jason and Stone earlier, is that when I go outside and look now, the moon is severely low. I haven't seen the moon this low ever. It's across the street from me, but if I stand on my porch, I have a tree that's only like 3 years old. It's maybe 12 feet high, and it's going behind the tree at the highest point. And you have the purple star. I don't know if that's a planet. I'm not good with that, but all the stars, you know, that that are in the sky there. There's a line of them. They're all in a line with the moon, but it's an arch. So like as the moon goes and the stars in front of it, it follows the same path in this arch. It starts kind of low and does a little arch, and then the moon will come and follow the same arch, and then the stars behind it come and follow the same line and the same arch. It looks like a dome. The moon and the stars looks like in a like half circle dome looking thing as they go across the sky. It's crazy looking.
In astronomy, they call it the ecliptic.
The what?
The elliptic.
Oh, okay.
That's the path the stars, or not the stars, but the planets and the moon follow across the sky. And it does look like an arch.
All right, well, I've never seen it before. How often does it happen?
The alignment, not that often,
I haven't
really.
seen much of the night sky lately, really.
Yeah, it's too cloudy up here.
But who does
haven't
really?
seen
Like,
anything.
there's all kinds of signs and wonders could be going on. Everybody's looking down at Candy Crush while
Hey,
things are
nobody
happening.
plays Candy Crush anymore.
No, Pokemon. She said she's going to get you hooked on Pokemon.
Yeah. No, Party Puppy says there's no such things as planets. He lines up all his imaginary objects and nothing bad ever happens.
Leave it to pups. Leave it to pups.
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious. That's good.
Oh, that would be
You
cool
guys-
if we could all watch it, though. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what time it starts Friday night, our time or your time. I mean, would it be Thursday night then, Digi's day? Because I know Digi's like a day ahead of us.
If it's Friday night for
He's like 12
Digi,
hours.
it'd be-
He's like 12
The
hours ahead of
morning.
us, so.
yeah.
So it'd be Saturday morning for us then? I don't know. We'd have
I
to
don't
figure that out.
know.
It's supposed to last for like 17 hours, but we don't get to see it in the Northern Hemisphere. We don't get to see it here. See, we got the
That's
solar
fair.
eclipse. We got the
Guess what-
solar eclipse, therefore we don't get the lunar one.
So would everything would just look normal to us?
Yeah. We wouldn't even get. We won't get to see it. It's going to be below the horizon, so we won't get to see it. It starts
Okay.
like 2 hours after the moon sets. It's like, what a rip off.
Right? Come on now.
But that's okay. I didn't have to go anywhere to watch the solar eclipse. I didn't have to drive 400 miles. All I had to do was walk outside, get out the launcher, and the welder's map.
Were you in the path of totality, Jason?
Oh, yeah. Absolute totality. I was in a
Wow.
prime spot right here in St. Louis.
Wow, man. I saw a little clip of it. You know,
You
it
guys-
wasn't.
I mean, we were sitting out here in the front yard with the welder's glasses, and I'm
Oh,
sitting
awesome.
there taking pictures of it. And
I looked right at it. It wasn't the path of totality, but I did see it go in
You're
front of the
gonna
sun.
go blind. You can't do that.
you're talking about this last one.
I didn't seem to suffer any ill effects yet,
You
but it
didn't-
wasn't a
you didn't hear
direct.
that? When you were little, they're always like, "Don't look at the sun; you'll go blind." Is that even true?
Yep, I've heard that. No, I don't think it is because when I was younger, I
they
used
say you
to
go
see how
blind.
long I
They
could
say you
stare
go
at it.
blind about other. I mean, they say
Oh,
you go
yeah.
blind about other things too. But I mean, if that was the case, they wouldn't have such a thing called porno.
Right?
Yeah, I've heard that. They tell guys that.
Hey, did you guys see where the sun in Russia at noon went black and they didn't even know it was going to happen? People were freaking out and like, well, I mean, they really
No,
were
man.
freaking out.
No,
I
I'd
think
freak out
that happened
too.
2 days ago. And more weird crap going on this week. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I think this is if you're going to do this, Fizzy and Stone, this is anytime this is the week to do it with all this crazy stuff going on.
You mean push him in the portal?
Yeah, get them out here.
Yeah,
wait a
just
second.
push 'em in.
Oh wait, I'm getting pushed in the portal. I thought
I'm
Cowboy's
not
getting
going
pushed in the portal.
No,
I thought you were
I'll
pushing
jump-
Cowboy in the portal.
No, you could end
No.
Oh,
up
man,
at
it's me.
Cowboys. We don't know how it works. We're just investigating.
I'll have lunch ready
Well,
for
Fizzy,
you.
you're so convincing that I'll let you do it.
You're
Oh,
just
yeah.
hoping we don't find it.
So, Salta Senior said that the sun went dark for 3 hours. Well, yeah, that was from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. In the middle of the day, the sun went black in Russia. And it's not like, like we have this on the 27th, 28th coming up. We're like, hey, this is going to happen on the 27th, 28th. There was like nothing mentioned to anybody in Russia. Like, hey, check out the sun at 11 a.m. It's going to be blacked out for 3 hours. They didn't even know.
They didn't know.
Wow, man, it's amazing. You can't get more news on that in the information age. It goes to show what a bubble that these different countries are in, media-wise and information-wise. Even though we have the global internet system going and Reddit and stuff to find out, like, I guess it slips through, but yeah, man,
Well,
I bet they're covering up a lot of stuff
Well,
that's
there's
going
all-
on in the sky,
No, it's kind of hard to cover
Oh,
up
yeah.
this blacked out for 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, right. You
That's-
can't do that with the
Don't
chemtrails.
don't forget Russia had that huge meteor, whatever that thing was, that went crashed out there too.
Oh yeah. Nobody saw that coming.
No, nobody saw that coming, right? All
Not
those
Russia.
I guess it didn't hit one of those million satellites either, right? I love
Yeah,
that.
I thought Russia was part of the space station. Wouldn't they have seen something?
You would think, no?
That was
Yeah,
too
well-
small to be picked up. It was too small to be picked up by radar. It was
yeah.
moving too fast. I mean,
No, you know what they said? They said
They
that
s-
they could.
they seen we could sit here and map a golf ball in the asteroid belt, but they can't see that thing coming.
Yeah, their excuse was that it was because the sun, it was coming down through the in front of the sun, and the sun kind of made it unseeable. So I
Right.
guess, right? Yeah. That's the other thing too. Is like
Right.
all these satellites we have, and all these thousands of meteors hit our atmosphere all the time, but they break up before they get here. Well, how come I've never heard of one satellite getting hit by a meteor or an asteroid? Not one. We got millions of them up there. How does that happen?
You know the answer, cowboy.
Being sarcastic for sure. The other thing I was telling my son too was like, how come if the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour, how come? How is the moon like going right along with us, spinning 1,000 miles an hour in the sun? No, but it can't because it goes out of our sky. And the sun comes. None of that, any of that makes any sense to me at all. I'm sorry, it just goes over my head for you rounders.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be 28 days around the Earth for the sun, and we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. But the thing that gets me is like the lunar eclipse shadow on the top of the moon. That last lunar eclipse, something that's 235,000 miles away, and it's supposed to be on a 5%. It's like on a 5% inclination to the orbit of the Earth over 235,000 miles. 5%, that's quite a bit. So how could the shadow possibly end up on the top of the moon? Like the one thing I think that the flat Earth debate has done is really disprove the solar system rather than prove that the Earth is flat. It sure did debunk the solar system because there's stuff that you could see with your own eyes. And common sense tells you, like, how does a theory of gravity cancel out a law of physics? How does that happen? Because
Right.
I'm not being pulled. I would be constantly being tugged to the south, a southerly direction, if we were spinning that fast. Because gravity couldn't cancel. Sure, maybe if it was real, it could stick you to the Earth but how could it cancel out that centrifugal force being pulled to the south? You know, how could you stack a stack of bricks up, one brick wide, 5-10 feet or whatever, and balance them on a perfectly flat surface without them being tugged to the south, and that falls down, without it falling down? That's the thing that gets me about all that stuff. It sure has debunked the solar system as the way they present it, in my opinion,
Well, not only that, the other thing that gets me is when you fly. So, right, the Earth obviously supposedly is spinning one way. So if you were in a plane and you leave the Earth and it's spinning 1,000, as you get up, I'm assuming that you're not going to be spinning 1,000 miles an hour with it. Why wouldn't you just put the plane up in the air and then set it down? Right? Or why is it that it doesn't matter which way you go, it's the same time? And a lot of people, it's like, no, yeah, I've flown a lot, believe me. And every time that we make it early on a flight, it's always because of the jet stream behind us. It's never because they say, well, we made it early because we were going against the way the Earth spinned. I've never been on the pilot before.
I like that one.
Right.
I like that one. That's funny.
And I like their funny little excuses. They make less sense than their theories. Like, yeah, we're just early because of the wind. Like, okay.
Yeah, the wind pushed us faster.
Sure. Sure. That
Uh,
happens.
When we're going
I wonder
against-
what that flock of geese was doing when we took off.
Okay, but I've never landed late and haven't said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we came in late, 20 minutes late because the jet stream was pushing against us." I've never heard him say
right.
that either.
Yeah.
I never thought about it, but me thinking about it just now, it's like, wouldn't the jet stream have to go 700 miles per hour at least, or as fast as a plane is going to push it? Because if it was going 100 miles an hour and you're flying at 700, you're still flying into the wind. So that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. So I mean, these little things all add up to flat Earth.
That's why those pilots drink so much, probably. They're like, I can't handle all this. I can't handle all these lies.
Well, they probably don't know either. They just imagine, like, maybe we can't see the curve because we're not high enough, or they probably don't even pay attention. You know how most people are.
Yeah, I don't think they're in it. I wouldn't say all pilots are in it or anything. That's for sure. It's just, what you see with your eye. Pilots use the same thing that we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people say, well, you think all those people that work for NASA all are with are in on it? Well, no. Think about it. A lot of those guys are sitting in front of a computer.
Most of them are. 99% of them.
So, yeah. So they're just seeing what's on a computer. It's not like they're seeing with their naked eye. They're just seeing what we see. So, yeah, it could be very easily. A lot of people do not even know the truth.
Yep, they're worried about their health benefits and stuff. They're not thinking about guarding the
I wish Rowley was here because, he's got a great story about his dad who worked on, I think it was the engines for NASA. And Rowley's dad told him straight up, they're lying to you. NASA's lying to you. We didn't go to space. He worked for him.
That video that you showed me earlier about Buzz Aldrin, you guys got to plug that for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty.
Seconds long. Yeah. He tried to squiggle his way out of that one at the end, but too late.
Yeah.
Nothing like a drunk astronaut to tell the truth.
Yeah.
I think
When the
they make
little
mistakes
8-year-old
on
asked him-
purpose.
What was that, Fizzy?
I think sometimes they make their little mistakes on purpose.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with it. This one is, I don't know, it seemed a little different than like a scripted mistake. The little girl
could've
asked,
been-
Yeah, it could have been. But the way he answered it, the way he just kept rambling on, trying to fix it, it wasn't like he had a set statement. It was like, I mean, if you
Yeah,
play,
he
you'll
could have just slipped up. He could have just
Yeah.
messed up and slipped. I mean, the guy's, I don't know. He's got the body language of a crackhead. I hate to say it. I don't know him, but literally,
I don't know if you could pull that up, Jace. It's only like 58 seconds long. I could just post it in the chat room too. People can look at it. Let me find it.
hey, listen, guys, it's been fun. I think this phone's about to die. I got to grab my charger from the car, and I might jump in a little
No.
while. I might jump back in. I might
Don't
not, but I'll
leave
definitely be
us.
listening. This was such a cool
Right on.
impromptu thing.
Hmm.
Why can't I find
Jason,
it?
thanks for the invite,
Every
man.
one of, hey, that's not a problem. And every one of my streams is impromptu. I don't make any of this stuff up as I go. I make this all up as I go along. I don't plan any of this stuff. Not one bit. I just make it up. You heard it. I make this up as I go along.
I never would have guessed that. No, not at all. No, that's why we like it,
Goodness.
because you can just talk about anything.
Anything and everything.
Mhm.
Somebody's got a light on outside, and I don't know who.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop
That's
out.
it.
I might jump back in. I don't know. But Fizzy
All
Pop,
right.
you
I
ever
don't know
want me
how
to
much.
Fizzy Pop, you ever want me to drive down there and buy you and Mr. Fizzy Pop a burger? You can push me into that porthole, and then I'll go visit
All right.
Cowboy.
So I get a burger and I get to shove you in a
You
portal.
get a burger, yep, and you get it on film, and then I get to visit Cowboy, and maybe he'll push me back through, and so I
Oh,
can be in
yeah.
time for like work on Monday.
Good idea.
Yeah, I don't know how
Those-
much longer I'm going to go either. I'm tired.
Well,
My
that's
day
weird. It's not,
started at 6. I
What's
know.
up to everybody in the chat room? Cowboy, have a good night, man.
all right, you too, Stone.
Thanks, Jason. Take care. Bye bye, Fizzy Pop.
Bye.
So I posted that link in there, Buzz. What's weird is I went to my subscriptions and it's gone off of there. Good thing I copied and pasted in the chat room earlier.
What do you
It's
mean
not
the
on.
video's gone?
Well, I was able to pull it back up where I posted it in the chat room earlier. But when I go to my subscriptions, when you pull it up and you can see all the videos of everybody, it's not there anymore. It's not like something I can choose anymore.
That's really
Yeah,
strange.
YouTube's been doing some really, really, really fruit stuff lately.
Yeah, it's totally gone. It's totally disappeared off of my subscription list. Gone. But I copied and pasted and put it in the Hangout for everybody to take a look at, and I went back in there and was able to pull it up that way.
Do you guys do you use the YouTube app on your phone at all?
Not me. I only use my computer. I don't have YouTube or Google Hangouts on my phone at all. Well,
Like,
I use
Lately-
the YouTube app on my phone, but that's just to watch random videos. I don't
Yeah.
stream from it.
Mine, when I open it, it just opens to a random video that I'm not even subscribed to, and I don't even know why it's playing. It's
Like-
really weird.
Oh,
Like,
you
what
got
is
autoplay turned on.
No, I don't.
I don't
It
know how
just
to-
started doing that. I don't know if it was because of the new update or what happened, but like, you just click YouTube, you're not even clicking on anything, and a random video just starts playing. It's usually something really creepy too. I don't know why it keeps doing that to me.
Something creepy. What, you got clowns
Yeah.
jumping out of the woods at you and stuff, or what?
I don't know. Let me see what the last one was that popped up. It was just like, I don't know. There was one time where it was like an exorcism or something. I'm like, what the heck? I did not click on this. Yeah, it's really strange.
I just sat there and watched the whole video just out of morbid curiosity. I get all kinds of random stuff in my recommended videos on the
Mhm.
laptop, and it's like, I'm trying to watch America's Got Talent. What is this swirly thing up in the sky? Oh, I watched that video 6 months ago. You want me to watch it again? I see.
Yeah. You watch America's Got Talent?
And then there's, yeah, I watch all them things. I got
I
aggravated,
love
mad,
reality
ticked
shows.
off. I had to
do.
refresh. I had to recharge my battery, so I went on like a 3-week watch the American binge. I came home, I watched America's Got Talent, laid down, read my book till I fell asleep. Woke up in the morning, did it all over again. I did that for like 2 weeks straight.
I've been watching Hell's Kitchen, Hotel Hell, and Big Brother.
Oh, Big Brother! I used to watch
I love reality shows. So it's like garbage, but it's nice to shut your brain off every once in a while, and just
Yeah.
you know.
I love Survivor. I've been watching Survivor since it first came out.
The crazy naked dude made that show.
Oh yeah, the gay guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, what season was that? I'll have to look it up.
I think that was like 2. It was. I think it was season 2.
Okay, cool. I'll watch it. I know everyone's saying smash your TV, dirt. I watch it on YouTube, so it's not really TV. So there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I did watch America's Got Talent last night. I ain't gonna lie.
It's okay. It's okay. We don't judge here.
I did. Guy did a really crazy magic trick, though. Crazy magic trick. He went through a portal. It was a portal magic trick. We got chained up on went up these stairs on a platform, and the lady chained him up and then put the drape over him. And then she went across the stage, got on a table, stood on a table, and then she put the drape up over in front of her. And within like 2 seconds, they both dropped it. And she was where he was, and he was where she was. Across the stage.
So portals are real. You saw one on TV.
There are, did you see that movie with Tesla with the magician one where he made that portal and they would like go through just a doorway on the stage that led to nothing, and he would throw a ball through one door and it would come out the other door, or he'd walk through the door and then walk out the other door, but it's just doors in a frame on the stage. So actually Tesla invented a portal machine. So, I mean, I don't know how much truth behind the movie is, but I know that Tesla was in all that stuff. So, yeah, I think that, he figured all that out a long time ago. I mean, you didn't see the last video that we did on the Integratron portal that they have. It's Integratron.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, it's a portal this guy made in California here. We did a whole video on it. Went through the whole. If you take a look at my videos and you have some time, look at the one that says Integratron, Time Travel and Rejuvenation.
Yeah,
and we played the interview with the guy and we talked about it and everything. It was pretty interesting.
That was kind of odd.
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna push it into the portal, you guys.
Oh, come on.
Well, I don't know where to find it. It's in this place called Thompson Park, and I'll send you a video later. You can see it was on the news and stuff. Someone disappearing into it, but like, it's so big, and I don't even know where to start looking for it. They're not gonna have like a marker like "Don't stand here."
Right, but you know what? You'll feel it. That's the thing. Is you'll feel. Your body will sense something different. Your body will, you'll pick up on a different frequency, a different vibe, a different feeling, something. Maybe your hair will stick straight up. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Your body's gonna go get. Your body's gonna go get out of here. You're in the wrong space. Move, run.
I don't know. We'll try our best. We'll try our best.
You know that I do remember in Sacramento when they did talk about it, they were trying to say that he was in a semi truck and fell asleep
Mm-hmm.
and woke up in Sacramento. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. The guy sat in the back of a semi truck. You know, they have the bed area and some of those in his jacket still and his ski clothes and boots, and never woke up to go to the bathroom or eat. And he
Yeah.
woke up, and then what? He still can't find the truck driver. He's never been interviewed. He never came out and said, "Oh yeah, that was me that drove him across the country." Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, and when that story didn't sit, they made up another one about how he had a secret girlfriend in California. That's why he didn't tell anybody or something like that. It's like, why was he still wearing the same clothes?
Right, you couldn't stop at a Walmart that there's probably 5 million of them on your way out here at every intersection.
The truck trailer story one, I'm going to call BS on that one because the truck driver is going to lay down and go to bed every once in a while he's driving. I mean, you can't drive 24 hours straight for 2 days in a row. You can't do that. Legally, one, is against the law as hell. Two, you're going to fall asleep behind the wheel and kill a bunch of people if you don't. So that truck driver is going to go to bed, just lay down next to this guy wearing all these ski clothes and not say a word to anybody. Okay. Bad video plot number one.
Yeah.
That's bad video plot number two. Bad video plot number two. Secret girlfriend in California. Okay, you just traveled from New York to California wearing ski clothes. It's hot as hell everywhere but where you were skiing at, which I'm sure was pretty close to the end of the season to begin with. You're going to stink like hell. If you had a secret girlfriend in California, she is no longer your girlfriend.
Yeah, that didn't even make sense. And the other part was too that he was on the hill skiing. He didn't have any of his possessions with him. Like he didn't have his wallet, his phone, or anything like that. So the first thing he did when he got to California is got a haircut. That's where they found him.
Getting a haircut. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up.
But he hasn't been eating or anything. He's like, I think I'll cut my hair today. Like, why? What?
His jacket, right? He was still in his snow clothes.
Yeah.
And then
I can't find my water. My wallet. I can't find my wallet. Where's my phone? I'm gonna go get my hair cut. I gotta look good for the news crews when they figure out where.
Yeah, so exactly. He didn't go to the bathroom, no bathroom break or nothing, but you know. Well, didn't he?
That's why he went to go get his hair cut. I mean, you gotta pay for something in order to use a bathroom almost anywhere. So that's what he was doing. He was going to go get his haircut so he can go in there and take that number two that he's been building up for 2 days. I feel sorry for everyone in there after him.
Busy, did it say anything about when he threw it in New York? What I can't remember. Was he skiing or just at the ski resort?
He started at the top of the mountain. They all went down. He disappeared and ended up in California.
And so where did the skis go? Anything about the skis that they said?
I don't know. He had everything else, I think, but the skis. Maybe he was smart enough to take the skis off. I don't know.
So that is just hilarious that he went and got his haircut in Sacramento here where it doesn't snow. And believe me, in January and February, we can get up to almost 70 degrees. And he's walking into a place to get his haircut in snow boots from skis. You know how awkward it is walking in those things alone?
He bought the haircut with the skis.
He's not even he was Canadian, so they were saying like maybe he didn't have but like you don't need a visa or anything to come to America from Canada. The border is like you just show your driver's license pretty much and you go across. So going to California to see his girlfriend, that excuse didn't work out because like he could just cross the border anytime and drive over there.
Okay, so yeah, even if it
And
was
they got a much better highway to get from one side of the continent to the other. Now, granted, you still got to drive from north to south on the coast to get to where he was going in California, but the Trans-Canadian Highway, you can do 100 miles an hour on that thing and nobody's going to say a darn thing to you because that thing's almost straight and there's almost no traffic on it.
yeah, so he went skiing in New York, disappeared on the mountain, slept in a truck to go see his secret girlfriend in a snow boots and wanted to get a haircut before he seen her.
Yeah.
But
And
then,
he somehow ended up with a brand new iPhone without any money or identification.
oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
that part. Oh, wow.
Yeah. He called his wife eventually and was confused. It was like, I don't know, it's just the weirdest story.
Definitely some type of portal there for sure. I can't wait for Stone to go through it. We'll do a whole video on it. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait for Stone to go through it. Guys are mean. Poor dude.
When he goes through the portal, make sure you pick up his wallet, his skis, and his phone.
But, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's going to be great, man. We're going to be on TV and everything.
Stone's going to be going to the nearest. Stone's going to go to the nearest library he can find, use the bathroom, find the public computer. Jerk.
No, I knew he was coming. I have lunch for him. I knew he was going through that portal and coming over here. I got lunch ready for him and everything.
We don't know if it goes to the same place. I mean, he could end up in like Russia or like in the middle of the ocean.
Oh,
We
don't
don't
tell
know
him
where it
that.
goes. But this one is, yeah. The people that have been in it have said that they just like lost time. So I don't think this one actually goes anywhere. It just like
There's
yeah.
other stories that you've heard of.
Well,
people
that's
that-
no fun. If you're going to jump into a wormhole, you got to go somewhere. Even if that's in the bathroom.
Well, they said it looks a little bit different. Like something's off, but they couldn't describe it. So we'll have to get him in there and find out.
Oh shoot,
Portals
Stone's
are the new Google Hangouts.
Darn it!
And you thought you were talking about him behind his back.
No, I
knew
just-
he was in here.
I just didn't want him to hear the part where he might end up in the middle of the ocean or something.
Oh no. It's going to be completely scientific. Not. Use him as a human shield.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. They're setting to it because those videos. There's some of them. They're CCTV. Those aren't like people using their handheld phone or making videos. A lot of those people and things, those portal videos that we were talking about earlier, those are off of CCTV footage.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how easy it is to manipulate CCTV footage.
It's a lot harder than it is to manipulate regular footage because CCTVs have got such crappy, grainy footage. Go on Reddit and ask. There's a lot of guys on there trying to figure out how to actually replicate that graininess, and so far they haven't figured out how to do it quite right yet. They're going, the edge of it should be pixelated and grainy, but it looks too clean.
Maybe
Hey,
they did that on purpose. So
Busy-
people couldn't just make up their own footage,
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's, but just like everything, people would go out of their way to, spacecrafts and all that stuff. Bigfoot and aliens, they hoax it. There's a lot out there,
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, Fezzi, just bring a life vest with you in Stone, just in case.
Oh my gosh, we'll have to pack all this like safety
Yeah.
equipment.
Ropes, harness, all that good stuff. You never know. You might get landed on top of a cliff out in the middle of Utah.
I really don't think this one goes anywhere, but just in case, yeah, he should have a helmet, a parachute, a life jacket, ski boots, snacks probably, lots of water. He should have his phone. I won't take his phone away.
Yeah, I gotta have his phone. But seriously,
Oh,
though,
a
I
rope,
mean,
yeah.
all joking aside, seriously though, if this guy actually did go through something like that, I mean, it's there. You know, now I don't think portals are necessarily always open. You know, it'd have to be, you know, a specific time or something. I would think. I don't think there's just
Like
like
a huge planetary event.
like maybe exactly why I would say maybe this Friday or Saturday.
Something like that.
Just saying. You might end up on the moon, and then you'd be looking down, looking at a ball spinning, and you'd be coming back going, dude, the Earth really is a globe spinning.
How would we even get back? They can't go to the moon and get us. We'd be stuck there.
You would be the man in the moon.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, he's already got the helmet, he said. That's right. You better bring that helmet. And bring a newspaper too, just in case you end up like in the future or something.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Or the past.
No. Pull a Biff. Go back in the past with an
And get
almanac.
rich. Oh my gosh.
Yes, bring an almanac. Definitely bring an almanac.
Are you writing this down, Stone?
Joe Crocker 2020.
Okay.
Oh no.
So what's been going on around here? I haven't been here. I missed you guys.
I've basically had my stream shut down for a couple weeks.
Really?
I took a break.
Oh. So they didn't shut you down, you took a break.
No, they didn't shut me down. I just took a break. Everybody else seems to be getting flagged and shut down, though. I'm like, what is going on here?
So who's
People
all
are
this?
jumping up anywhere from 50 to 200 subs, and then all of a sudden they're getting flagged and shut down.
So getting
Who's all the-
flagged because these subs come in.
So Rain got shut down this week. I think Salted got shut down this week.
E-Man's got shut down. I heard he got flagged again. Salted got flagged, from what I understand.
Lone Eagle.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Who would flag Lone Eagle?
I don't know.
Honestly, who would flag him? If he's not talking about Google Earth, he's talking about his plants. I mean, come on.
Somebody's out to get us. I don't want to sound paranoid, but it's all our friends.
Yeah,
And Groot says his video got struck tonight.
Who did?
Groot in the chat room says he got struck, and he can't go live.
What happened with Groot's channel?
I don't know. Let's see what he says. We're all just like, Groot.
Groot. Use them eyeballs.
Do they say why they're being? Does like YouTube give a reason why they're shutting these channels off?
I don't know why did Salt Cedar get hit. I know that I saw that CGT report got shut down, and I was actually looking through my watch later list, and there was like 8 of the ones I put in there that have all been deleted. And when I click on it, it says this channel has been terminated due to violation. I'm like, unbelievable. And there were like stupid things. Like one of them was all she did was talk about the guy that pushed the button by mistake in Hawaii. I mean, it was like deleted, channel deleted. was like, this is crazy. I mean, SGT report, he was huge. I mean, he had a huge following. And he just got terminated this week. He posted a,
Oh,
a
so
video.
did you just get flagged, or they just flat out shut you down?
I thought he just streamed the other day, though. Oh, he's got 2 channels. Must have been on the other one, yeah.
So Groot said that he played Cypress Hill even though he had permission from Sony. See, that's just ridiculous because I know that Jason, you got hit with something like that too, right? Once when you had permission.
I got a copyright strike, and it's like, I had permission, so they took that strike out, and then the next night, Laird Life gets on there. He starts playing music.
Oh no! Where is that guy? Go grab him for me.
I don't even know where I was when he was playing, but he was playing music, and yeah, he played like 4 or 5 songs all in a row, and I got hit with 1 copyright strike. Not 3 or 4. I got hit with 1, and it's like, all right, I'll just make it private, and everything will be good. No big deal.
Where is he?
Salta said they shut him down until he stops showing what he's showing. I mean, wow, it resumes once he stops. Because what you show, what are you showing? You're just, it's music and some clips of stuff that's crazy. Is it copyright stuff or is it the content, Salted? Did they say?
Yeah, I gotta
Probably
be really
both.
careful. On Mondays, they will copyright the animal videos, and it's just like, what are you doing wrong by showing somebody what an animal looks like? I don't understand.
Right. So if you have the internet and the internet's out there for everybody to see at any time, and you're on a stream like this, and you go to the internet, which is public use, and click on it, how are you going to get a strike for it? So that makes sense to me.
Yeah, you gotta be super careful. But it sounds like they're just making up reasons at this point. What about
random reasons?
What about
Absolute
the
random.
ME24? Are they getting hit too?
I
Other groups?
don't know. I don't know if the ME24 group's getting hit or not. I'll have to ask Andrew.
Yeah, if it's just our little group, that's really suspicious. I'm sorry.
So Groot said that Be Real is Cypress Hill, but Sony is the one that struck him.
If Cypress Hill gave you permission, that would probably override Sony. I would think.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird how they do things.
Yeah, I don't know because Cypress Hill, they have a contract with a, album company or whatever. So
Yeah.
There's something to that. I don't know. It's not like you made money playing a couple seconds of that song. Really? Like I played the song to make money. There's a difference between hey, and how do those people? You could go on there and I can go up and look up Morrissey, and people will have thousands of people got the videos and the songs, and I just click on it and listen to it. Well, how do they get away with that? The whole album. People like us, they can do that. But you play 2 seconds of a song on your stream, and you're taken down. See, that doesn't make sense. There's more to it.
Well, yeah, if you go click on the video on YouTube directly, the label gets paid for the advertising. The advertiser's paying the label to put it up there. Everything that's Vivo is paid for by ads.
So if I were to say just start posting Morrissey videos on my channel, I'd get hit unless I made a deal with YouTube and the record company to get permission to do it so they can make money off of it then.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's all about it. It's all about the money. They gotta get paid one way or the other.
So, like, if I was making a video of me and Pug and the radio was in the background, I would get struck down.
It's possible.
Yeah, in fact, like if you were to play a video that had a commercial that played and it started playing, you could get hit, I think.
Yep. So
Yeah, we all got to make a
you're right.
backup
AI
channel, I guess.
AI is getting harder to fool, and definitely I agree, Stone.
Well, yeah, but I think that as long as we're not monetized, or I wouldn't say monetized, but reach the 1,000 sub mark to where you can be monetized, they don't mess with you. Because I think even people that have 1,000 subs or more that don't monetize their stations, like E-Man, he got hit, but he's not monetized. You see, but he got hit. But for like us, we don't have that position to where we can get monetized, and I think part of it probably is because we're like E-Man, he can go back and then go monetize that at any time if he wanted to. So that they're on that. For us, it's like, you know, how stupid is that? Well, if we can't make money off of you, you go ahead and do things that other people can't. It's just like crazy. It's so stupid.
Well, maybe they're trying to discourage people, you know, too, because, I mean, eventually you guys will have more subs, you know, so if they cut it off when it's a small thing, maybe they can discourage you guys from, you know, going further with it. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I do too much on there to get hit. I've got a couple copyrights on songs that I've played, but I try to not do anything like that. And if I ever do start doing things more like that, then yeah, I'll probably make a backup channel, something like Doc Holiday or something. But yeah, no, right now, no.
So if some little troll named Doc Holliday comes in, we'll all know it's you, cowboy. Talking about his tube tops.
There is a Doc Holiday already out there, but yeah, it would be. I originally wanted to do my name Doc Holiday. Ended up just doing Cowboy.
I like the cowboy name though, because everyone like plays off it when you're around. So you got yeah.
Yeah, and the funniest part, I'm not a cowboy. I think that's the best part.
I think that's the saddest part. I was so disappointed. You don't even have a horse or a hat. You don't have an accent. Like, I thought you were like a cowboy.
Well, I'll go find some pictures of me when I was real young and when I used to wear the cowboy hat and the cowboy boots with the roach clip with the feather on the back of it before they made them illegal.
The what?
So, the cowboy hats, they would have like feathers that you can add to your hat, and it was a little clip that clipped on the material that went around the hat, and a lot of people started using those as a roach clip, meaning that like for joints, so they wouldn't.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a weapon.
No, and they call it a roach clip
right,
because when a joint gets really small, you know, it's a roach.
Yeah.
And then they outlawed them. I don't know if they're illegal now. I'm sure they're illegal now. But yeah, so I could find some pictures like that when I was young. I was sporting the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat.
Nice. See, that makes me feel better. I don't know why, but it does.
But seriously,
we still got them things out here in Missouri. You can go buy yourself a pair of hemostats. You could buy roach clips. Heck, we've got stores dedicated to bongs.
Well, water pipes, dude. Water pipes, not bongs.
For tobacco use only, they say. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we know what it's for. Those little glass tubes with the ball and the hole on the end of it. We know what them are for, too, but you can still buy them legally here in the state of Missouri, too.
Hold on a second.
Seriously, though, if you ever had if they said, hey, we have a portal, you can go back and live at any time that you want to live in, I would definitely go back. I'd be Doc Holiday. I'd be sitting in a saloon playing poker, waiting for those guys, slaving their butts off every day, mining gold, and then coming into town with their big nugget, getting drunk and playing cards. Just take their money. That would be my life. And I'd have a nice, pretty little
See, I don't want to go to.
girlfriend. I'd have a definitely an Indian girlfriend.
See, I wouldn't want to go to the past or the future. I want to stay right here where I'm at right now because every day's a whole new adventure. Every time I turn my head, it's something different. That's the beauty of the Mandela effect. Every day's a whole new reality. I don't have to go anywhere, and I still went to a whole different dimension.
That's
Am I the
actually
only
a
one
really
who feels
good
that
way
way
to
today?
look at it.
Ugh.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to mute for a couple seconds. Okay.
Where would you go? Where would you go if you had a choice, Busy?
I don't know. I kind of like the 50s. Everything was so like clean and nice.
Oh well, that shocker! Look at your avatar. I guess I should have guessed that.
And Jasmine's not from the 50s.
It kind of got that '50s look to it with the pink background and the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
kind of looks like a '50s like diner thing or something.
It's an anime. It's supposed to be a Sailor Moon Princess Jasmine cross mix thing.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, I would definitely go to the 50s and we could all drink milkshakes and hold hands and everything was just so like perfect.
Right. I
I'm
do
sure,
like the
I'm sure it wasn't.
things were so simple then, right? Everybody was happy, except for like you got to get your underground doomsday nuclear bomb facility, right?
Oh yeah, duck and cover.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Well, maybe no, the 40s weren't any better. Shoot.
Yeah, the 20s. I wouldn't want to do the 20s. That's for sure.
Mm-mm.
Or the 70s. Although I grew up in the 70s, but I don't want to go back to that. I'm not all down with that whole hippie thing. Never done it. Like, cut your hair and shave, woman.
Hey, it's not even fair, but I'm into it. Dude, women have to shave their faces now too, so their makeup looks good.
Right? Yeah. Like
They
more and
shave-
more
they
women
shave-
have like little stashes now, don't they?
I went to Home Depot to pick up materials for a job site I had to go do, and the woman that was helping me at the counter had a better beard than mine.
No way.
Yeah, she had a full-blown goatee and stash. I mean, she had the Fu Manchu thing going.
You sure it wasn't
What?
like a guy dressing like a woman?
No, she was definitely a woman.
How do
If
you
it
know?
was a guy, if it was a guy, I feel sorry for him.
How did you know? What are the clues?
Yo, how
Like
would
her
you know?
hands?
One.
or-
One,
Yeah.
guys don't get fake boobs that are already sagged down to their hips.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the first clue.
Maybe he was.
That's the first clue. The second clue, she didn't sound like this. She, I don't know. Like, she sounded like Lady from Lady of the Tramp, only after smoking 800 cartons of cigarettes in 2 hours.
But she kept a full beard.
Yeah, she had the Fu Manchu going.
All right, ladies, it takes 2 seconds, okay? Just do it. Just get rid of that. Nobody wants to see that.
Right?
I'll never complain about shaving again.
It was one of the most distracting things I ever dealt with in my life.
Reminds me of like that.
I'm trying to concentrate on getting my materials from this woman and read off the product, the purchase order number, and I kept staring at this fucking goatee, and it's like, I can't do this.
Oh, that's the worst when you're trying not to be rude and you don't want to look at it, but it's right there. So you're
Right?
like trying to avoid contact altogether. It's so awkward.
It was like
Oh my
that.
gosh.
Austin Powers, more. This face. Holy moly. Or Cheech and Chong. Don't look at his birthmark. Hey man, I wasn't looking at your birthmark, man.
Oh shit!
I went
I
to
wanted to
a
get some pirates in here.
dollar store one time when I was dating my ex-girlfriend, and this lady was working there, and she had her tongue was like, I don't know if it was a tumor on her tongue, but it like stuck out and hung over her lip. It was very, very like creepy looking. And we would go in there and we would do our best not to look at it and try to teach, talk to her like it's not there, and not look at it and try to be nice, and as if she didn't have that at all. And one time we went there, and she must have been in the mood because we're checking out, and I glanced up, and she's like, "Are you looking at my lip? Are you looking at it?" I'm like, "No, no."
Thanks.
No.
Thanks, cowboy. There goes my soda.
I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that like I didn't go into that dollar store ever again. I was like,
Oh man, I don't think I'd go back
You just
either.
made me spit all over my keyboard. Hold
Sorry.
on.
Hope you didn't lose any fairy keys.
I don't think I'll spit out your teeth. Oh, you said keys?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so sticky. Gross.
I
Oh
guess it's
man.
maybe going up your nose. I don't know.
No, it went straight
Nothing.
out. It was just like
There's nothing like carbonation in the nostrils.
no, thank you.
The only thing worse is orange juice.
Mm.
Little kids are the worst. Is like, stand in line at a checkout line, and there's somebody that's like, I don't know, there's some kind of defect with them or whatever. I try to do my best not to make them feel normal. But little kids are so bad. My kids were little. Dad, try to that lady. Shh, quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet. We'll talk about it when we get out. Quiet. Don't look at her. Because I feel bad for them. I mean, think about it. They got to go out in public and deal with this every time. You know how my heart just goes out to these people, because you know how hard it is for them to like, get up and go to the store. I mean, it's just like probably pulling teeth for them, and it's like, I'm sure they just want to get in and get out, So I don't know. I just feel sorry for them. It's not their fault,
No.
No.
Oh.
All right, I think I got that all cleaned up now.
I was waiting for all the gibberish to pop up in chat. 200 random keys being hit all at once while you clean your keyboard.
Candy Cupcake says the Mandela effect is driving me crazy tonight.
Yeah,
How did you
welcome to the
go?
club.
What's going
All
on?
it did was wear me out.
Yeah, Groot, that's exactly right. Dad, that woman is huge. It's like, hey,
Or why is that guy wearing a dress? Or
Right.
stuff. Kids have no filter. They're just like,
Do not ever go to Walmart on the first of the month. Don't ever do it, because every aisle is clogged with the people there that are sitting in their motorized little grocery cart thing. They got their money. I'm not making fun of that. God's sakes, I'm on food stamps right now, but I saw a whole family. It was a mom, a dad, and a daughter, and all three of them were in the little thing that you drive cart. And I'm like, really? All three of you? Like, and all they're just, you should see what they're piling in their cars. I was like, you guys, come on now. Not your daughter, too.
Oh my God. The last time I went to Walmart, there was a guy with a bandana in the produce section. And all I could think about is Dan and his avocados. Like, I couldn't even go near it because I was laughing so hard. This guy's going to think like I'm an asshole.
Oh, I had this good one at the park the other day. Me and the boss stopped by the park on the way home to sit back and drink a beer and enjoy the wildlife for a minute. And we got the river there, and all these people are swimming. And this boy hauls off and blurts out, "Hey, Dad, why is that walrus wearing a bikini?"
Oh my God.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so mean. Oh. Did she hear it? Tell me she didn't hear it.
Yep.
Oh,
She heard it.
man. See, this
She
is why
took
there
her
are no
soda,
little baby
threw it at the
quizzes.
kid. She hit the kid with the soda can. She threw at him, and the dad looked down at his son and he goes, "Yep, some people just should not wear a swimsuit."
I would have punched them both in the face.
That's so mean.
Like, yeah, I was up there. We get a lot of
It's
tourists
like,
from
oh my
here.
God.
I was up there with my friend. She's like a bigger girl, and we were sunning herself. And one of those nasty little tourists from Jersey. No offense if you live in Jersey, but come on. Like, they're like making fun of her, and so I went up and got in their face. I'm like, "Who do you think you are? Like, get out of here." Yeah, I don't stand for that. Mm-mm.
Well, when I see larger people like walking, exercise, you could tell they're trying to do the exercise or trying to jog or whatever. It irritates me when people honk at them or try to make fun of them. I drive by, I'm like, you go get it. Like, yeah, damn right. You're doing something. Who cares? You know what I mean? It's like, good for you that you're out there in front of everybody, and you're large and you're out there trying to get better. I'm like all for it. I don't know. I guess I'm just so empathetic that it just irritates me when I see people making fun of other people for any reason at all. Doesn't matter what it is. It just irritates me. And my parents, I can't stand. Oh my God, not my dad, my mom and my grandma, horrible, absolutely horrible. So my kids are playing soccer, and they finally come out to watch their game. And the coach, his daughter's on the team, and she plays fullback. Well, she's like the tallest girl and the largest girl. She's just like really, really tall, big girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bless her heart, she's out there every practice running her butt off in the games. And I'm sitting there and I can't even like stand being around my family. And they're sitting there and I'm listening to them and they're going, "Oh my God, look at her. Oh my God, was she going to trip over the ball?" And I just looked at them and said, "You know what? That's it. You know what? If you don't have nothing nice to say, I want you both to leave right now. You need to leave." I said, "I watch this girl. I go to every practice with my kids and I participate with the coaches and everything. And that girl runs her butt off nonstop. And, in the games, nonstop." And I said, "You don't know what if the parent is sitting right next to you? You think, how nice is that?" I blew on them so freaking hard. I got up actually and didn't sit next to him for the rest of the game. It's like done. But my parents, my mom, my sister, and my grandma, they've always been that. Even with family, going over to Easter, my in-laws, they would just sit in the back and talk about everybody. And I'm like, I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with that at all. It's just.
Well, can you imagine though, like a 5'2" fizzy pop running up on somebody and people don't know what to do when I get mad. It's hilarious.
I can see it. You gotta get out the shield and everything to try to defend yourself.
Well, I tell you what, I have a friend that for 16, well, worked with her for 16 years. Probably known her for 25 years now. She's about 10 years younger than me too. Little Asian cutie, and we call her Firecracker because she's so sweet and so cute and so bubbly that don't light the firecracker. Just get out of the way. She's got some backbone, the girl.
Oh my gosh, I can get pretty mean if I haven't eaten. Like, I get hangry. I really do.
Uh-oh. Can you do a Snickers commercial? Are you a Snickers commercial? Are you like a Snickers commercial?
Not that bad, but I do. Like, if I haven't eaten, you can tell. You'd be like, Fizz, you need to go grab a snack. Like, what is wrong with you right now?
I get the same way. I get the same way. I could do the Snickers commercial.
No, I don't. I really don't. I'm like so even kill. Like,
oh, come on. You've got to get mad at some point. Everybody gets mad sometimes.
I do get mad, but what I do is like that's when I actually like catch myself and like try to think rationally before I speak. It's part of my training in throughout my years of sales. Is they call it's so funny, you guys probably know, they call it a monkey. It's actually a term for it. It's called monkey. It's a part of your brain that when you get mad and you react right away, it causes a more of an issue. And so what you're supposed to do is avoid the monkey, is what we're told. And what you do is you count. All you gotta do is count to 6. And then by the time you get to 6, you can then have a conversation and view your point in a way that the person's going to listen instead of just blurting out something in anger. And so I guess I've been trained that way for so many years in sales that, it used to irritate my ex-girlfriend because she wanted that fight, Yeah. It would take her a week pushing my buttons to where she got me to blow up. And then it's like with me, you don't want that. I have a forked tongue that my words can hurt you more than any beating. Believe me.
I don't want to hear
Don't
stuff
get me
like that. No, it's hard for me sometimes. Like, I used to have a huge anger problem. You probably won't even believe listening to me talk now, but so like if something is bugging me, I really have to stop and think, like, is this what you're really mad about? How do you respond to this? Like, I have to calm myself down all the time. It's just like, yeah, it's one of my things.
You're the one that gave the apples and everything else to the anger management teacher, right?
No, I didn't go to anger management. I just went to regular therapy. But yeah, oh my gosh, I was so mean. You wouldn't even believe it.
I can't.
Just make sure I'm always fed and happy, and then we won't have problems. Layard's here. Pop in.
Yeah. I was actually getting ready to stop it. Because I got to go to bed. I've got to get up in like 4 hours. And go do some more extremely hard. Cowboy, maybe you can start a stream.
No, I think that we'll just jump over to Party Puppies and take a bike ride. That sounds good.
We could do that, or we could watch Big Brother with Laird.
Is that on?
There you go.
I don't know. I just watch it online because, yeah, I don't know what times it's on. That voice screams she's a maniac in close spaces. Thanks, Groot.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
The Big Brother when I first started was really good. It kind of got a little. It's just too new age for me right now. If you know what I mean.
It's really fake. Like when it first started, it was just normal people, and now it's like everyone plays a character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the jock or the princess, or it's like it's.
You got your homosexual. You got your your butt. You got your, you know. I mean, it was
Mhm.
like agenda pushing. No, I'm not into that. But I don't know. I think the new season of Survivor.
Everybody in the chat room.
Hmm?
Crichton Hippie got brought up in the chat room, and I was wondering if anybody knew if he escaped that carnage in Toronto that happened during the week.
Carnage.
'Cause that was in his neck of the woods.
Who?
Yeah, there was
Carnage?
a shooting up in Toronto, Canada, and it was actually in the neighborhood he hangs out in. I'm wondering if anybody knows if he got out of that.
Yeah. And so, did you see the reason why the guy shot everybody? You're not going to guess. I know. It's something that you've never heard before on all these shootings. Mental health.
Oh no.
Another. Every single of these shootings, the only motive is mental health. It's so ridiculous. It's so staged. It's so agenda pushed. It drives me crazy. I yell at the TV.
I mean, even if the guy was walking up, got ticked off because he got ripped off on a drug deal, they're still going to push it off on mental health. He wasn't mentally stable enough to stay off the drugs.
Well, you know, to be fair, normal people don't shoot other people. So yeah, there's obviously some mental issues there.
Well,
Right.
yeah, that would. Yeah. I'll go with that one.
No, seriously, you're right there, Fizzy, if you're cute enough. He knows I kept around my ex-girlfriend long enough, like, you know what, if I could just make it through this
not a
crazy week with
maniac.
her. I used to think, if I could just make it through this crazy week with her right now, do my best, I'm going to have a really fun week next week.
I'm not a maniac. I've been trying so hard, and I'm not that angry little Fizz anymore. Okay? I worked really hard, so you stop it. Rude. I think he's trying to, like, trigger me or something.
I think so.
He wants to hear it.
No.
Now let's not make her mad. She'll walk through that portal, pop up in Sacramento for the sole purpose of kicking your butt.
Oh my god.
I'd rather have her spit up her Pepsi and snort myself.
Yeah. I think the computer is fine. So that that was 220. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it was embarrassing at the time. This one time, the girlfriend I had right after my marriage, her and I had the funnest time shopping everywhere we went. I mean, we just enjoyed going everywhere together. We made a game out of it. One time, we needed to get, the converters from a TV to an Xbox, and it was an older TV, so we had to get the 3 prongs, the red, white, and yellow cord that had the other end for HD on it. So we went into like Best Buy, and we're like talking to the guy. We're like, "Yeah, we're looking for the piece that has the 3 prongs that you put into 3 holes. You know what I'm talking about?" We just kept going on. He just didn't get it. It was just going right over his head. And he would go, "You mean this?" And we're like, "No, the 3 prongs, the 3 things that you stick in the 3 holes. That's what we want." We had all these like hidden like dry humor things when we went out that people didn't even catch that we knew, and we would just all laugh. Nobody even knew why. It was just fun. It was stupid and fun.
Okay. What are we gonna do?
Well, Jason could just fall asleep and we get layered in here.
Oh my gosh. Are you talking about pirating this stream?
Oh yes.
I wouldn't care. Pirate it. Let the pirates reign.
Now I don't know if anyone's awake at 1 a.m. to pirate with me. See, I haven't been around, so like.
Well, I'm sure Scarab was up. He was sleeping.
I know.
Yeah.
He showed everybody was pirating this channel, and then everybody just left at like 3:30, and then around 4 o'clock, they're scared trying to join in, and they're like nobody around at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
I know, we were trying so hard to get the link so we could come on, and we're just like, everybody's asleep.
So it wound up being like 2.5, 3 hours of dead air.
Well, if that ever happens, Cowboy, I can show you how to kick him out so that the stream will end, and then
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how to get him off. I tried.
yeah, because once the host is off for like a couple minutes, then it ends the stream for him, so you don't have to listen to him snore for like 3 more hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot to turn my microphone off.
Well, I know that one time I think I had like that was back when I was talking with Ty and Don and them. I think I had Ty on and E-Man, I think. And we did like a whole like 3 or 4 hour stream. And E-Man was still talking. I think Laird came in. They were still talking. I went to bed. I said, go ahead, you guys. Well, I woke up, and then the next thing I know, I think it was you, Fizzy, and Scarab, and somebody else came in. You guys did another whole like 3-4 hour stream.
Yeah.
It was like I watched it the next day, and I was like, wow, this is like watching. I was like watching another whole stream.
That's
What
funny.
is that noise?
That would be somebody out in the front yard working on a vehicle at night.
At 1 a.m?
Well, it's midnight here.
Oh, that's still pretty
yeah.
late.
Yeah. Once I get the rest of the parts I need and get the tools I need to finish my transmission, you'll see me out there pull a 72-hour shift. I'll get off work Friday night.
Weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason. I got worked
I'll
up.
go out there Friday night after work with a case of beer, and you won't see me get out of that van or stop working on that van until it's down off the jack stands on moving.
Hey, Laird.
Yeah, man. Like, speaking of jack stands, you know.
No. No.
I'm not doing that. That was a joke.
Oh, now that I have my glasses on, I didn't know they were different colors.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I will
Has
start.
anyone
I'll start
noticed-
kicking out.
What?
Nothing.
This is my own
Love
personal
you
preference.
guys.
Wait, I think I missed something. I'm not the one in the wrong here, right?
No, nothing happened. We're okay.
Has anybody noticed that Jason's laugh has changed in the past month or so? I feel like some parasite has got your tickle box and it just changed it up. You sound like you have a different laugh now.
Not so deep, huh?
I've actually got a different voice now, too.
What?
What happened to
Yeah.
your wife? Where's Debbie?
Laying down, reading a book.
Oh, well, good. At least you can still see straight.
What happened? Did I miss something now? What did you do? What did
No,
you
it just
do?
sounds
if
like
you-
your life. Cowboy's laugh has been a lot more measured. It's just you know, like it's almost like Count Chocula or whatever, or the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of funny. I like it.
Little different since I'm not drinking, I guess. Who knows?
Maybe that's it.
Well,
You know what? That's a good
yeah.
point.
Didn't you get a new mic, Jason? Maybe that changed it a little bit.
Yeah, I got a new mic.
Yeah, that would do it.
I think Papa's got a brand new bag. Is what happened.
What?
That's an old song. Never mind. Fizzy, come on. You're older than I am. It's an old song.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like you gotta, you know that saying, like, you know, Papa needs a new pair of shoes or whatever. Yeah, Jason got
Yeah.
that. Something happened. He's got a little more spiff.
Oh, I see. I see where you're going with
my,
this.
Yeah, but over the last 2 months, my voice has actually changed too.
Finally growing up, our little boy.
Oh,
Hey,
we're so proud.
oh, now I'm in trouble.
That's a good
Now
thing.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, they said now you're in control. Wait, what happened?
I don't know. I have no
No,
idea.
man. It's good to hear you, man. It's honestly like I know that there was a time where y'all were going through some stuff, so I'm glad you guys made it through. Cowboy, how are you been, man?
Doing good. Thanks, man.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think we
Uh-oh.
got the captain of this pirate ship.
No.
Yes.
I'm not even looking, and I know who you. Nope. Access denied.
You stay right where you are.
Yeah. Give us a 15-minute, okay? Just count to 60 15 times.
You need a 15-minute warning before Dan comes. What does that even mean?
Wait,
Oh,
if
I
Dan,
don't need
Oh,
a warning.
no.
I don't need a warning. Okay,
If
you know what?
Dan-
Bring him on. Bring him
if
on.
Dan,
His voice actually helps me get. I go to bed a little bit easier whenever I hear his voice. So
yeah, right.
I accidentally fell asleep when we were on the phone the other night, and
we all heard you fart.
No, we weren't live.
It happened.
Night, pups.
Good night.
Good night, puppies.
Night, buddy.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
Puppy,
there's
good to see you, brother. He went away for a while too. You know, people come in and out. I was gonna ask Quiz because I was thinking about this on the road today. Eric, if you're still here, or Party Puppy, if you're still here, what was the
Oh, he
girl's
just-
name? That was. She had the counter character. It was like the little Tweety bird or whatever. Remember, she used to be around. And her YouTube profile was the little bird that was on Snoopy or whatever. She used to be around all the time, every show, and I haven't seen her in forever. I just thought about that today for some reason.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Hopefully, Party Puppy is still around.
Yeah, he went to bed though.
Dan will know. Bring him on.
I sent him the link. He said R, so I think he's gonna come in a minute.
That means he's a pirate.
No,
Yeah,
that means
He's the captain.
he's not gonna say I'm coming on and then shut right up. It's gonna be, you gotta like.
Oh yeah, he's gotta take at least
Oh
half
yeah,
an hour.
his shows don't start. Until, they're supposed to start at 9. That's always like 9:22.
You know, put the lotion on my body.
He's got to change out Coki's formaldehyde.
You guys are mean. He's probably listening. Like they don't.
Of course
like,
he's
they don't
listening.
wanna
I say this
go.
shit to him whenever I'm talking to him directly. He cares. He doesn't
Oh
care.
man, Laird, you missed it. He was on Michelle's opinion today. Oh man, I was getting a little out of hand with him. Michelle wouldn't
You
read
were
into.
so flirty.
I was.
Cowboy
Michelle
was
would
flirting
not
so
read.
hard.
She would not read
So,
any of my.
oh really? So I'm scheduled to be on with Michelle. But she said she has something to do with her mother, but I guess Daniel already locked down a date. So what's today? Wednesday? Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to be on with her last Wednesday. I think that's what happened. Is she probably booked Daniel, but I have an interview with her either next week or the week after that. But she actually, just for anybody who doesn't know, because she put it in the chat, so I feel like she doesn't mind me saying this. Her mother's sick, so if anybody wouldn't mind, giving her support for that or praying for her, whatever you believe in or whatever. She's dealing with that right now too. So she's a very sweet person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just figured I'd throw that out there.
I know that I was supposed to have been on like 2 weeks ago, and my schedule's been crazy right now, helping my friend get her parents' house all cleared up. But that all should be done by the 7th of August. So I'll probably schedule something with her in the next couple of weeks.
So Cowboy, your middle name is Daisy, right?
Daisy Duke with a hyphen. Yeah, with a hyphen.
So that was my next question.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Were your parents fans of Dukes of Hazzard?
My dad's.
That is not his real. No
Yes,
way.
it is.
So my parents were swingers, and
Yeah.
the couple they swang with was Daisy and Duke.
Well,
So-
they went by that. I mean, they dressed up as Burt Reynolds. Yes,
Yeah.
right.
You guys are
And so
screwing. There's no way this is real.
That's
So
and
actually,
Cowboy's first car actually didn't even have doors. You had to go in through the freaking window.
I had to go sliding through the window. I tell you what, oh my God, was I in love with Daisy Duke? Woo, man.
That's
could
why
wait
he
for
wore him.
Friday night, 8 o'clock. Every Friday night, 8 o'clock. Dukes of Hazzard's on. Oh boy. Front row.
Well, and the joke was if they got too frayed, you would just spread Vaseline on the top of your thighs and like just burn it off your legs, so it would just like re-sear
Hey.
the bottom of the short, so it wouldn't actually keep fraying.
Right? Let me tell you how many
What?
times my
Burning
used to
your
get-
legs alive, but it's just a quick burn.
You know, you wouldn't believe how many times my sister used to get mad at me for stealing her
My
Daisy.
pisters, Mr. Pister.
My sister, yeah. He's like, Cowboy, did you take my Daisy Dukes again? Yeah.
This isn't real. I refuse to believe that's your middle name.
Just imagine, Cowboy. Cowboy has the Daisy Dukes on, and you know he's got little love handles, you know, because he's a well-fed American, you know, hanging over the side, and he's just standing there for, you know.
Why are you making me pictures?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about what me and Cowboy talk about. He told me all these stories.
I got the tank top on from Scarab, and it's
Spaghetti
just,
strap, exactly.
yeah, absolutely. It looks good.
Yeah.
So what
and
level bootyism is that at? Like that's like at least
Oh,
level 15.
That's about 75. Yeah, exactly. Well, and he's got like
Whoa.
the rose. He's got like the rose with the thorn tattoo that says like Mon instead of Mom because the ink ran out.
Oh my gosh.
This is a pirate takeover, mateys.
Oh no.
Scary performance.
Yes, it is. Let's see.
Howdy
I need a
doody.
witness. Yeah,
DFW.
listen, I come for your booty. I'll cast you into the doldrums of hell. Sorry.
Daisy Dukes. Episode 1.
What y'all doing, man?
What's up,
Talking
brother?
about Cowboy's
Uh,
middle name, Daisy.
Oh man.
You didn't,
What
you
y'all been
didn't,
chatting about?
you didn't see my messages to you today on Michelle's opinion stream, did you?
I wasn't really reading the chat all that much, but what's up?
Oh, I was flirting hard with you, dude.
Oh, were you?
With him?
Okay. All
I thought
right.
you said I thought you said Daniel was flirting with Michelle. So wait,
No.
Cowboy.
Oh,
Is there something you need to tell us?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait a minute now. Are you guys casting
Oh,
around
this
rumors?
gets better.
Oh boy.
This just
Jason's
keeps
like,
getting
I'm
better.
awake.
So now, so he was saying I was flirting with Michelle, huh?
No, I thought that. No, what he's saying
Cowboy
is he
was
was flirting with you.
Mm.
Which that is a different thing than I heard. That's very weird. What the
Wow,
fuck,
that-
Cowboy? Excuse me.
Wow. Did you shift or something, brother?
I thought you had kids.
Who?
Cowboy.
Oh, I don't know. Do you got kids,
Yeah,
cowboy?
think of the children. What are you
I've
doing?
got-
Think of the kids.
20 17-year-old boys.
You have 20 17-year-old boys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Did he just
Oh,
say that?
All middle name Daisy too. All
Good
of them.
Lord.
You're
Does
like
he have
George
a
Foreman. He named all of his
does he
sons
have
George.
a family or a bathhouse? I mean,
Hey,
goodness gracious.
I'm
tell you-
pacing right now. I'm very not comfortable.
Well, I wouldn't be,
I tell you what though, man.
because you probably are the youngest with the tightest ass of us all. So
Jesus Christ.
what?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Was that out loud?
That's my husband
that out loud?
harassing him.
I'm just saying you would look at best in chaps. Just
Oh
saying.
gosh.
I
Just
tell you what though, Stonebender got me good today. He got me good.
See, now
No.
that Stonebender sounds like it has a whole new meaning. Thanks to you, Cowboy.
Yeah. Right. Stonebender got me good. Mm. We're in a hangout and he goes, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
did you I'm been in Supermax prison for 20 years and I just got this phone to be able to do hangouts and streams." And I was like, wow, dude, I didn't know that.
Stonebender
like,
been in
yeah.
a what? A
You're not
supermax
helping
prison
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah,
for
he said
20
he-
years.
For 20 years. And I was like, oh,
Did you-
sorry to hear that.
Did you ask
I
what
mean-
he did to get in the supermax
it-
prison?
He didn't let me get that far. And he goes, dude, I'm just laughing. And he goes, laugh out loud. I was just kidding. I go, man, you had me there. I was like, I was just gonna let you know that I was gonna slightly disappear stage left and somehow lose connection with you.
That sounds like code for something really gay.
I just sat there waiting for the punchline to come by.
Yeah, that just didn't. Yeah, Stonebender, whatever. I love Stonebender as a person that follows our community, so appreciate that. But you just gave a whole new meaning to a lot of different names, Cowboy.
What I do?
I'm sitting here pacing and like stopping every 5 seconds, just like looking down at the ground, like, okay, wait, what? So how did it go with Michelle, Dan? Because I'm set up to do one with her. How was it? Did she interview you? I didn't watch it, so
It went fine. She does a great job.
was she prepared with questions for you?
Yeah, no, it went really well. Of course, you know,
Good.
I've been known to be a slightly talkative at times, so I mean,
No,
you know, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm okay. You know, you pretty much just put me on the show and just let me just like pull the string behind my back and just let me go. And just like I'm like a chatty Cathy doll. I just yank, you know. But I just went on and I started talking and yeah, she was fine. It was very relaxed atmosphere. Nice group of folks over there, and had a great time.
Yeah, I think she has a good following that actually would be beneficial, obviously, to your group too. I mean, like I said, I was scheduled with her last week, but we both had something come up, so I think that's why we're delayed, because you were probably obviously scheduled for today, because it was supposed to be a Wednesday, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when she likes to do them. So how long did it last?
She likes to do them for about an hour.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool, man. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, let us know when you're on so we can watch it.
I'll give you a heads up. Yeah, she's a very sweet person. She really is.
Yeah, I
Very
think
sweet
so.
person.
I think she really does mean well, and you know, is just trying to get her channel, you know, built up, and you know, she enjoys this YouTube experience, and I wish her a lot of luck, and I'll probably give her a shout out when I do I'll probably put a video out tonight. Yeah, I told her I would. I was gonna just mirror her video, but then I thought, well, I'd be taking views away from your channel, so let me just go ahead and I'll shout it out, and I'll put a link in my description. That way, people can go to your channel and subscribe, and
there you go.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Trying to help out, you know, the channels that are, you know, up and coming. So
yeah, it seems like she's got a very consistent message. Go ahead.
What's that?
Sorry, brother. Go ahead, Cowboy.
I said if I knew that, I would have made all those comments in the chat room.
Oh, well, I didn't even
was
see
so
those.
I was like, I'm ready to hose him down.
Is he wrenched up in there?
No, but I would.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just give him a good spanking with a wrench. 300-second timeout.
Fizzy, are you wrenched up with Michelle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
cool.
one of the when she first started doing live streams.
So when you're on, check out For My Haters, like Cowboy, with the middle name Daisy.
Hyphenated Duke.
If you're going on there, I'm actually gonna stock up for that one.
I was gonna wait for
I'm gonna stock up. You know? So if you see that one guy in there that's just being a little edgy and a little bit rude, probably kind of annoying, it might be me.
Are you gonna come on as Dan or Carlos? Are you gonna come on as Dan or Carlos?
Miguel.
Who's Carlos now?
Miguel.
Oh, Miguel.
Who the hell is Carlos? Now I'm
Never mind.
Carlos.
Miguel.
Carlos.
Whatever the fuck.
Why do I always have to sound like some sort of international assassin?
No.
Why? Why can't I have a regular name
Daniel
like
is not
Jack?
international.
I got to be Carlos or Miguel.
Eduardo. Hey,
Whatever
Eduardo.
the other guy's name is that looks
Guadalupe.
obviously stupid.
Now I'm going to be Guadalupe next. I mean,
So
it's getting kind of racial, I think.
You don't have a gang tattoo on your forehead, really? You sure?
No gang tattoo. No.
Okay,
I don't have. In all honesty, I have no tattoos at all. I'm one of the.
I have one that I regret. It's on my back, and I always forget about it.
Well, that's at least it's on your back. You don't have to stare at it.
No, but everybody else sees it.
One of the funny parts about researching Mandela effects, huh?
Does he have a tramp stamp?
No, it's on my upper back, cowboy.
Oh, it's so messed up, dude. It's so messed up when dudes get girl kind of tattoos.
My
So
boss,
messed
the
up.
owner of our company, actually has a fucking tramp stamp. Don't ever let me hear this like come out anywhere.
You're lying.
He's like a big dude, and like he's a real tough guy. He has a fucking tramp stamp, and I was like, why did he have that? And like he got it back in.
Did you ask him about his tramp stamp?
Yes, and like we were
Did
drunk.
you call it a tramp stamp?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We were in Louisiana, and he never drinks, but he was drinking at the time, and I was like, why the fuck did you get that? He's like, it was in the 70s. It was before bitches started getting it right above their ass. That's his words. So he was like, I fucking hate it, pretty much. Like he's basically just like Trump. Like he's just
Well,
like,
the good news
whatever.
is he doesn't have to worry about too many people seeing it. Only his
He's married.
boyfriend. Okay.
No, he's
All right.
no.
Oh.
He's been married to my aunt
Or
for
if
like 30 years.
now, did he get it while he was in prison?
He's never been in prison. Never
Oh,
been
okay.
even anything.
I didn't know if that was the thing back in prison.
No, he just got some stupid. It was like a fucking name. It's not a tramp stamp, but it's too close to not call it one.
Okay, the worst tattoo. I got a tattoo story for you. I had my neighbor. He's such an idiot. This guy. He was so one day I'm sitting over there and I go to see him and he's had this freaking like tattoo on his neck, man, on the side of his neck, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, why do you have Nancy on your neck? He goes, oh man, it's my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, her name's Nancy? I didn't know. I was like, really? So why'd you tattoo her name? Well, she said if I did, she would stop acting like a bitch.
That's exactly what my uncle had my aunt's name. That's what the tattoo is. It's my aunt's name on his back.
And then she broke up with him like a month later. I swear to God. And so then he was just referred as Nancy Boy all around town. Hey, you see Nancy Boy?
Oh man, that's a true tramp stamp right there, man.
Oh, that's worse than a tramp stamp because at least a tramp stamp you can hide. You can hike up the shorts a little bit. But
Yeah, what do you call it? A whale tail?
yeah, you can rock the whale tail. Yeah.
Who the fuck's trying to light a fire with right now?
I don't know. Who's playing with her? What are you playing with, a Zippo?
Fizzy,
What?
chill out. I know you're trying to light your propane thing right now, but chill out.
I know,
What?
man.
Why
He's
do
trying-
you?
No,
why-
that's one of my friends outside working on his truck. He's trying to fix.
No, that's
So-
obviously
No,
close
that's
by.
obviously not. No, that's obviously close by.
No.
Sounds like a lighter.
It
You need a
feels
new
like
lighter. You just need a
feels
new
like-
lighter.
Yeah.
He's
Listen, trying to start
literally
a
like
grill.
10 feet away from me, right outside my open window.
Oh,
Oh.
Hey, Mr.
So-
Dan, you got a
Yeah.
message from Salty. He says, I want a shirt from you, but can you do me a huge favor and send it to Party Puppy instead? I threw him under the bus to get it.
I'm sorry. What message is it?
Salted Cedar says he wants a t-shirt and he wants you to send it to Party Puppy instead.
He wants to send it to Party Puppy.
We need a
Oh,
counterpart
okay.
to salted
Okay, no
cedar. We need
problem.
like fruitful pepper.
Does he need me to make a special T-shirt for Party Puppy? Because I can do that too.
I don't know.
Yeah, he wants a pink
You
one.
guys
Design it.
can-
I mean,
You already
guys-
have prototypes for it.
I mean, look, I'm just telling you, right? Straight up. Like, if you need me,
Oh.
I can quickly design. Like, I did that with
Give him
Fizzy.
the avocado shirt.
I designed the
You-
Fizzy
You already
pop
had a
line.
prototype for Party Puppy. I remember.
I have a Party Puppy shirt up there. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
hey, Dan,
Mhm.
I was going to ask you, who was the girl that was Party Puppy's counterpart that was like the little yellow bird? Remember?
Woodstock.
She was around forever.
Woodstock.
Woodstock.
No, but no. That's the name in the
Snoopy.
fucking show. I'm talking about the YouTube account name.
Yeah,
The
but
girl.
she went.
Oh, yeah. That was she went by
She's been. She
she
hasn't
went
been
by
here a long
something
time.
P.
She
Something
went by
P.
what?
Something P. What was her name? Like Elisa P or something like that. But it wasn't
Moni.
who?
What?
Moni?
Not Moni. Nope. It was dang. Well,
It's been forever, right?
I had her. I know who you're talking about. She used to be actually a moderator on my site.
Of course. I mean, before I
It
was.
was Party Puppy, and she had the little bird, and yeah, they were. We were cool, but
They
then
were. I mean, I thought they were like
Oh.
two peas in a pod.
and then her and I had a we didn't see eye to eye on something, and
Gotcha.
so
What did
I
you
had
do?
it. She had to bail.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
So-
that
She didn't like
was-
his tattoo on his forehead.
Yeah, there's no tattoos on. I've shown my forehead, man. I've been
I
on
know,
I've been
I'm
on
kidding,
camera.
fuck,
I've been
man.
on camera. Not a lot, but enough to at least prove I'm not Miguel or
Rabbit
Carlos
said
or
Kristen B.
Carlos, I said
Does that sound familiar? Kristen
Huh?
B.
Kristen.
Kristen B. Yes.
Kristen
Yeah.
P. Yeah, it was
B,
Kristen B.
B.
Rabbit.
But yeah,
With a,
I remember.
like, B
I
as
thought
in
she
boy.
changed her name. Yeah, Kristen B or Kristen P, something like
It was-
that.
Maybe it was. Oh fuck, man! It's just been so long.
It was Kristen though.
Yeah, that's it. That's
was Kristen.
definitely it. So
Mhm.
yeah, but it was cute, man. It was like that was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I was asking that question
All
earlier
right.
before you came on.
Right on.
For some reason, I thought about that
Okay,
today
now-
when I was driving.
It's a mix pop up out of nowhere. But now that the pirate show is well underhand, I'm going to go to bed because I have to get up way too early in the morning. I now have
Okay.
3.5 hours of sleep ahead of me,
Nice.
4 if I
Well,
sleep in.
Well, that's more sleep
Um,
than I got
busy-
in the last 24
busy,
hours. So
Dan?
good job, sir.
Busy. Make sure you kick me out of here and shut the stream down for me whenever everybody's done.
Well,
Dan,
Jason,
thanks for
and
coming in.
thanks for letting us know your middle name was Goodfellow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. We're all getting to know each other here tonight. Thank you for letting us pirate it, Mr. Jason Goodfellow. And tell Debbie we all said hi.
Good night, Jason.
Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
Jason.
Later, man.
Oh, I was like, that was just immediate.
And I'm actually going to remember to turn my microphone off this time.
Yeah, no
Oh,
more
I don't wanna
bodily
hear
functions.
snoring.
We're not going to hear your mo.
Yeah, exactly. That's how Fizzy happened last time.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I was
Either you or your
inviting
boyfriend,
Mr.
we heard a
Groot.
fart.
No, I don't fart on air.
Not when you're awake. Anyway, we're done with that conversation.
I've never fallen asleep on air, ever.
Okay.
I fell asleep on the phone. That's not being on air.
Okay. All right.
I just scared him.
Yeah, no, you're not. I think, I don't know, out of all of us, who's fallen asleep the most? Did you?
Yeah, probably.
Probably Jason, to be honest.
E-Man.
Jason, yeah, E-Man's good. Ooh, E-Man's in the running.
E-Man.
E-Man. Hmm.
I've
Yeah,
fallen asleep.
you have to
once.
give it to Jason because his account got hacked and bald. So they
Yeah,
had
he
to-
did get bald.
he got bald.
Well, there's certain ones. Yeah, whenever the actual person that's starting it falls asleep, you can't. So like everybody else will hang up. So it's just that person just like shamelessly sleeping online.
Uh-huh.
I know how to kick him out so that it won't happen.
Please remember that if that happens to me.
Okay, you just got to send me an invite every.
But you
single
told me
time.
last time that the time that I fell asleep, I asked you. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, so did you hear anything? And you're like, "No, just heavy breathing." And I was just like, "Okay, good." Whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, that's all I
Yeah.
had to do. So at least
Yeah,
I
you-
don't snore. That's what I thought. I mean, people give me shit all the time. I've had exes tell me like, "You were snoring last night," and I'm just like, "Was I?"
Hey,
Now,
man.
see, I was right.
I mean, it happens. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, guys snort.
I do have quite a bit of gas, and those are my initials. but
quite a bit of gas.
but I don't snore.
I love E-Man. E-Man's the best of it when he does fall asleep because he'll just snore, and then he'll go, and then he'll start talking, and then it's like, dude, do you know that you fell asleep?
Well, doesn't
You thought
he
I
have
did?
like 10 kids?
He has 10 kids.
Doesn't he have a lot of kids?
No, he's got.
Yeah, he does.
He's got two boys.
I thought he
I
had
think.
6.
I thought he had a
6.
lot more
Where are you
than
guys
that.
getting all these kids from?
His
I thought he had
wife.
more than that. I haven't talked to him
Oh.
in a while.
It's not like stealing them. I mean, they're his kids.
Right. Oh,
You smell like feeling.
stealing. I just find babies in the hood.
Got me another baby today.
Got me another baby the other day. I was driving down the street and seen it. There was a baby walking by itself, so I snatched it up.
We don't pick up another baby
Look,
today.
man, that's less than taxes I get to pay and more money I get back.
Chicago got you $100
Dude, we're gonna get in trouble again doing this, dude. We're gonna get in trouble. We better stop.
I heard this whole party puppy earlier.
I already
I
already have one guy
can't be
pissed
happy.
off at me. He won't talk to me ever again. Thanks to
Me
you.
neither. And that's
Thanks
crying
to you.
envy.
Thanks to you.
Thanks to me.
You.
Okay.
You.
I
Yeah.
thought he would be fine with it too. So you're right. You're right. It's fucking thanks to me. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine.
No, but he's.
I
he's
can do a
talking
great.
to
I can do. I
moderators.
just found out though. I can do another impersonation of the community. I can do one.
Photo.
No, well, no, actually, close. I can do Hal's ear. Oh,
Oh,
my god.
gosh.
Oh, it's funny. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna perfect it a little bit better.
You
before
gotta. It is.
Huh.
It's tough. It's hard to wait, right? Isn't
Hal's
it
ear
hard
is
to wait?
good, dude. I can do Hal's ear so good. I did him the other day. I was like, oh, I got to record that. It's pretty good.
Isn't it so interesting though? Like, so whenever I almost want to say this in Canadian voice, like, so this is not crying hippie. Isn't it so interesting though? Like, you know, like when you hear your own voice, you know, like
that's
you know,
crying
like
hippie, man.
you sound differently, you know, and like
That's crying
whenever
hippie.
you hear your own voice, you sound
You
differently.
can't like not do crying hippie.
But at the end of the day, like, how is it that somebody knows that like they do an impression and they know they're like spot on, man? Like, how do you know that? You know, it's kind of weird.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Hey,
That's so yeah, man. What's up?
we had a private hangout. I think it was Belinda, Nikes, me, Candy, and Laird. And Laird starts talking like crying hippie and E-Man. And she doesn't
She
know.
believed both.
Oh yeah, she was
Who?
having a conversation.
Who believed it? Belinda?
No,
Nikes.
Nikes.
Oh, Nikes.
A conversation with
I
both
was
of
having a conversation as between crying hippie and Elon, and she thought it was both of them. She goes, "I can't believe they're here."
She's like, E-Man.
What? God, is that recorded somewhere?
No.
Please tell me that's online.
Wait, is it not?
Please. No, that's not fair, dude. Y'all,
wait.
man.
Wait, Jake's
Come
or
on.
Cowboy? I thought it was.
Oh,
If somebody recorded it, I don't know. I don't know how to record on.
It was on a show.
it was on the show,
That's
right?
what he's saying. It was on a show.
Thought he was saying
No,
it was on the show.
That was a private hangout. That was
Oh, private hangout. Oh,
Yeah.
darn. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. See,
That was funny as
that's
shit. I remember
YouTube
that.
gold right there, baby.
Oh
Dang.
man, I was tearing up on that, laughing so hard. We had to stop
Oh.
it. We had to tell Nike.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
I had a conversation
Dang
between Elon
it.
and Crying Hippie, and she was like so flattered.
Mm,
Yeah,
dang.
it was hilarious. And yeah, we were talking about like abortion and adoption and everything, I think, or something like that.
Why would crying hippie and Eamon be
He was
talking
asking questions and everything. Oh, it was.
I went full schizophrenic. I get it. Like I after that phone call, I remember like thinking to myself like, "What the fuck are you doing today?" Like, you know, like why are you impersonating two people having a conversation to complete strangers online? You know what I mean? Like you really have to question yourself sometimes.
Well, hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know.
I say complete strangers. I feel like I know you guys, but you understand. Like, whenever you like go to the bathroom to like wash your or brush your teeth before you go to bed, you look in the mirror and you're just like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what am I doing? Like, why did I do that? Like,
I
wow.
don't do that.
I like the time I called Paul and I convinced him that I was trolling him hard. He was about to get mad, boy. Because I called this show and I was JP and I was doing this country boy thing and I was like just giving a hard time about the Mandela effect, calling him crazy and saying that y'all a bunch of confabulators and I just got into character with it. It was so funny and he had no idea it was me.
That's the best thing.
And then when I changed my voice back to my voice, he was like, "Oh my god." He was like,
Everybody
"Oh my."
in that room was saying it was you, though. I was like, everyone was like, "That's Scarab. That's
Well,
Scarab."
because I have,
But that
done it
doesn't matter
before.
because as long as the
I've
caller
done it
doesn't
before.
know, then that's all that matters.
Yeah. I think I've actually done that before at another time, so I think some people knew. But it did not sound like me. It really didn't. You listen to it back, it was like, oh my gosh. I wouldn't, it's like you hear yourself doing it, but I was sure he was gonna bust me, man, and he didn't. And I eventually just let him off the hook because he was starting to get a little pissed. And once Paul gets all ruffled, it's over, right? So
Oh yeah.
I was ruffling Paul up pretty good, and he was like, so I let him off the hook and told him, man, I'm just messing with you, bro.
That's the thing too. I was telling Digi one time that whenever I was in high school, I was this
Fruit.
Oh no! Ow! hell is that?
It's Mr. Groot.
It's Belinda. Oh, Groot.
Oh, Groot. Hey, Groot.
What
You
I was
got
saying
your-
real quick is
you
I
got your-
called this kid Scarab,
Mhm.
and I told him I acted like I was the dean of our school at high school, and that he didn't fucking graduate, and that he would have options to go to summer school and all this stuff. And I was like, this is Dean Andrews with Liberty Hill High School Department of blah 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 blah. You know, like just I did that when I was like 18. The kid didn't show up to graduation, and in the background, whenever I called him, I could hear his mom in the background saying like, "I told you you didn't make it. I told you," you didn't. And like so, it's really.
You
That's really
screwed
messed
this
up.
kid's
This kid-
graduation?
His name's Josh.
Are you
Wyndham.
kidding me?
Yes.
That is so tragic,
So
but
he didn't
absolutely
show up.
hilarious.
So they called his
Oh.
name at graduation, and they were just like looking around, like everybody's kind of looking around. His family wasn't there, he wasn't there, and like me and my friends looked at each other, like looked around, and I was just like, yes. Like he didn't fucking show up. He still graduated. All he had to do was find out. He just didn't go to the ceremony, but he thought that he didn't because he was such a dick. He put corn syrup in my friend's gas tank, so that's what he got.
Oh no, he definitely deserved it. He definitely
Yeah.
deserved it. Yeah. My friends were ruthless with the pranks. I didn't even play. I didn't play with them dudes, man. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
I've
like,
heard a few pranks.
Oh,
they pulled at the
God,
office.
right? Yeah, I know. They were brutal, and they would start getting on these kicks, right? And I would just slide out and go, exit stage left, because I was like, man, I ain't not getting into this because y'all do. I don't want to get in the middle of it because then I'll have to retaliate, and then yeah, I was just, I would rather just be neutral. I was like Sweden,
It was awesome because
That's
back in the day,
Switzerland.
it's been over
Oh, Switzerland.
It's been over 12 years, but like I sounded exactly like the dean. And so like his mom was like, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Andrews." Anyway, it was funny. Yeah, totally convinced her. And I'm like fucking, 18 years old, smoking pot, making this phone call. Anyway,
So am
Mr.
I?
Can you
Groot.
guys help him? He's never been on a hangout before.
Well,
What do we need? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
There he is. Yeah.
Oh my
Groot
god.
was trying to trigger me.
Hey,
So I'm like,
Groot, you
get in here.
Press the button on the bottom right, Groot. That will turn your camera off. That way we can hear you better.
How's that?
There you
Did
go.
that work?
no.
Oh. I'm trying. I'm sorry.
That's
It's
right. Just hit
alright.
the part that has the camera part, and then it will go to your avatar.
If you just click the screen, tap the screen once, it'll bring up the options. Click the camera thing that shows like a slash through it. That way we'll be able to hear you better.
Oh, he muted himself.
Yeah, he muted himself.
There we go.
There you go.
That's yeah.
Cool. Hey man, listen guys, I'm gonna roll for
So
a bit.
unmute yourself at this point now. Yeah.
I'll roll. I'm gonna bail out of here, man. I might check back here in a little bit later, but I'm gonna do a few things. So I'll holler at you,
Sure.
man. You guys have a good one. All right.
Thanks, Carlos.
Yeah, no problem. You guys take care. Okay.
Good night.
Oh,
All right, we got Groot here now. Groot saying in the chat room he can yap yap yap. So, what you got, Groot?
I ain't got no problem with talking. I'm just this whole tech thing, trying to figure this thing out. Oh my gosh.
Believe me, yeah, I'm still figuring it out.
If my kids were here, they would actually enjoy this. I would have a lot more fun with them being here. But oh my gosh, if you actually are hearing me, then I'm doing okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
all
can hear
set
you.
up.
Holy moly. Okay. Oh, praise God.
So this is like his first live stream is with us. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You couldn't pick better people.
So
I
we're
don't
on a
think.
stream. We have about 1,122 people, it looks like, that are watching right now. Groot, what do you got to say, brother?
Yeah, on the spot, go.
yeehaw, man. Find God. Get that would be my first thing, man. Let God love you. That would be my absolute first thing. Busy, thank you so much. I guess you're not that much of a maniac.
Yeah. That was in the past.
Yeah, what's
I'm
going
better
on
now.
with that? Not
No, I told him about, in the past I used to have trouble with anger and stuff like that, and
Oh, so did I.
I'm working hard.
no,
And so he was trying to trigger me into blowing up. It's not gonna work. I'm like,
He
you
tried to
get
trigger
in
you.
here. Yeah.
Or as
You
Cowboy
get in
calls it, he
here.
tried to Daisy Duke you.
honestly, I was kind of pissed off at Sony. Be Real is a friend of mine, and he gave me permission to use his song on uploading the video, and I did, and freaking U-Spew, man, they just would not let me do it. Hey, Salted, I so appreciate Salted Cedar. He's such a wonderful person. He really tried to help me, but my ignorance. I
Salt is a great
apologize.
guy. We have a lot of
Yeah,
great people in this community, man.
Oh
Hey,
man,
did you put in for an appeal on that?
no, honestly, and I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing. I do everything from a phone. I type with like one finger on the keyboard. I am so ignorant to this stuff. Yeah,
You
I
and I are
can.
the same.
Yeah, no, I am not technologically proficient at all. I am very ignorant to this, but it's easy for me to talk. I mean, we can talk about a whole range of things, but no, trying to actually put it in the application, no, I can't do that. I'm not good at that. Trying. I'm thankful I'm here with you guys. You guys are so
Yeah,
nice.
if you
Yeah,
want
no
to ask
problem.
anything
So,
later, we can help you out with tech stuff.
and
I don't
what
know
we
that
need to do
much.
first is actually read you your Miranda rights. So you have the right to remain silent.
No, don't be silent.
No,
Anything you
hell no.
do can and will be held against you in the court of law.
Amen. Good. Yeah, bring it. That's cool.
Don't let Laird scare you.
Yeah, I'm really not worried about being honest or open. So good. No, I just find it interesting. This whole thing is just so new to me.
How long have
What do you
you
mean,
like?
Mandela
You
or
know what? I
YouTube?
think that's a new hashtag, right? I don't even because I'm like an old fogey, but I think that's a new one. Hashtag new to me, right?
I like
Right.
that.
New to me. New to me.
The
I think
whole
that's a good one. I think
New
that's a
to
good
me.
one because I think, like new to me. So it doesn't have to be Mandela. It doesn't have to be conspiracy theories. It doesn't have to be all these other things. It could just be hashtag new to me.
new to me. Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Well,
that's probably a good one. And so, I don't know how hashtags work, but I figured the reason I spelled them out is because I thought it would just create a hashtag if I typed it. So obviously that's not the case. But yeah, you've seen my failures with that, Fizzy.
What?
With
if
my
any-
type out hashtag word for word.
Oh, Salty's got it.
if
Hey,
any of you come to my channel, then you really do see the ignorance in it. Ignorance, not understanding, just kinda-
Ignorance is not a bad word.
No.
It's a fact.
No, it's without understanding. I totally understand the definition of that.
I'm ignorant to how to perform, brain surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You just don't know how. You don't know.
No.
Or like
Nope.
as Digi would say, I don't know why.
I did add Digi in here. I doubt he's probably at work, right?
He's taking a piss. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot you were on your phone.
Who, me? I guess.
Groot,
Sounds
do
like
you
trouble.
want to? Hey, Groot, do you want to share with everybody kind of like when you were first new to you on the ME and what it was?
Honestly, well, I guess if I'm going to be very honest, the whole Mandela effect thing, I really am not into it as much. I've kind of followed along with it. I am, how do I start? All right. I know that God loves me. I know that I serve a creator. As far as the Mandela effect, actually, I was just asking in the chat about. I thought that it was Gordon's fish sticks,
Trust the
like
Gordon's fisherman.
God, but I asked my mom. I take my mom shopping every other week, and it it has a T, not a G, or not a D. It's Gort. Gorton's.
That's a change for us too, or for me at least.
I was freaked out because I have not been a big. I keep an open mind when it comes to things. So when it comes to the Mandela effect, that really isn't on my radar on a huge level. But when that happened, literally yesterday when I was taking my mom shopping, I had one of those holy crap moments of wow, is this what everybody's talking about? Because I know people talk about Bible verse getting changed, and my main platform, my main base is the Bible. I don't really stray away from that. So how many of you all actually even seen any of my videos or been on my channel? I guess that would be the first thing.
I've never been on your channel.
So it makes it a lot easier to understand where I'm coming from then.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm just being honest. I've never been.
No, that's cool. No. If I don't object to the Mandela effect. I haven't really experienced it on the level. I've been open-minded and listening and learning from you guys. But when that happened yesterday, and I'm literally looking at these things, and I said to my mom, I thought there was a D. I thought it was Gordon's, and she did as well. So that was an extreme surprise to me. It's Gortons.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't look it up. No.
Well, so we've
we've
actually covered that before. So, Groot, let me ask you, whereabouts are you from?
You guys,
right.
we just lost Jason.
We're still alive.
Is it
somehow.
going to cut the stream?
It says we're still alive.
Yeah, but it's going to shut off real quick if Jason jumped off.
Dang it.
Oh, here.
All right, really fast, Groot.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
If you guys want, if you guys want to keep going, we can just jump over to my stream.
Okay.
Oh God, you want me to shift somewhere else?
Busy will take you there.
Well, just do what you did last time.
What's the plan?
I sent a link. I don't know. We're still live. We'll just keep going until we're not.
So I was going to ask you, Groot. Do you watch movies?
Yeah. Have
you seen, or did you ever watch I Love Lucy?
Yes.
Okay, so do you remember Ricky saying, Lucy, you have some explaining to do?
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do, right?
Right.
Apparently, he's never said that, and I can't find anything on it. I've looked for it forever. My grandmother's name is Lucille. I grew up with my grandparents. They were born probably in the same year that your mother was born, because I think it sounds like I'm maybe a generation below you. But
well, I'm only 44, so I ain't that.
Okay, so we're only 14 years apart. But at the end of the day, that never happened. Apparently, Forrest Gump, life blank.
Life is a chocolate.
Say it again.
Life is a box of chocolates.
Well, it was life is like life is like a box of chocolates. Now it's life was like a box of chocolates.
I know I've heard you guys talk about all this.
So Mr. Rogers, last one. I never even really watched it, but I knew my cousins did. So whenever I'd stay with them on the summers, it's a beautiful day in
the neighborhood.
Yeah, now it's this neighborhood,
This neighborhood.
In this neighborhood? No.
and it just doesn't make sense. So, if you've ever seen Risky Business, Tom Cruise is wearing what whenever he slides into the living room?
I feel
What
odd.
color shirt?
White.
What color? Yeah, okay. And what's on his face? Anything?
A smile. And glasses.
Yes,
Sunglasses.
the
Ray-Bans?
sunglasses.
Why?
Now it's a pink shirt with no sunglasses. Jaws,
Maybe-
the biggest
oh.
one for me, because my mother's favorite movie is Jaws. Blank, gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Or
We are
you're
gonna need a bigger boat. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, you just said it second. The second one you just said is what it is now. Which one do you want?
Yeah. Go with your first answer. It's usually the right one.
You
Like, if
said
think
weird.
it's too much. Yeah.
Because if you really
Here-
watch that movie, I've watched it a fucking 1,000 times. And at that point in the movie, they've already been comrades and they finally got over their differences. There's no way they would say you're. They were so far out at that point. They would never say you're going to need a bigger boat. It wouldn't have made sense. I've seen it so many times that I literally, I still fume over that change because it's just so ridiculous. You're going to need a bigger boat, but they're all in the same boat. It's weird. It's weird going to need a bigger boat. They're all on the same boat. You wouldn't say that to anybody. It just doesn't make sense. And they're better writers than that, especially Spielberg.
Oh wow.
I do the Star Wars one. He's
Here.
more my age.
There you go. Say it, cowboy.
You
So,
afford me. Please let me put a pause in this.